wait a minute to make sure that I am broadcasting, so to speak. And it appears that I am. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my live stream. If you are watching live, it is, October the 16th, 2021. We are almost to November here. We're more than halfway there this month. That's for sure. We're closer to November than we are September. So thanks again for joining me on this beautiful Saturday afternoon here in Southern California. I don't know where you guys are watching, but it was about 90 degrees and about 10% humidity, and you could see forever. So it was beautiful outside. Really enjoyed the day, although half the day I was napping. But anyways, we're going to jump into some DStar here. I'm going to listen to Reflector 30 Charlie. Anybody new to the channel, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Would love to hear from you also in the chat and where you found us here. So without further ado, let's get to some radio here.
The newer ones are getting bigger and bigger, and they're cramming more stuff inside of them. It's amazing, and the flooring that they're putting in, the countertop, all the weight they're putting in them. You know, I'm pretty sure that's the whole reason they got to keep getting going with larger engines. I would assume, you know, you got to be able to haul all that weight around.
K6EGG.
Yeah, I live in Texas. A little 333 Cummins and a little Freightliner with 333 Cummins in it.
Wow, that does not sound good there, Tom.
In Pennsylvania. Yeah, I had 40,000 pounds, so. I'm assuming that a 350 Cummins should be big enough.
Yeah, hard to say. You'll never know. I guess you put the trailer on, the car on, the mic on, and there and give her a test run, I suppose. But I'd say, depending on
let's
where
listen
you're
to
at,
some
what
other
kind of
reflectors real
mountains
quick.
and stuff you're climbing, you'd probably do all right, I suppose.
Well, probably the biggest mountain to do is the Coca-Cola. I don't know if you know anything about that hill.
Link to REF00.
So we're going to go to Reflector
Charlie.
1.
Q1 set from Victor Romeo to Hotel Kilo Sierra.
Victor Romeo 2, Hotel Kilo Sierra from Kilo 5,
From
Papa Kilo.
Hong Kong.
Kilo 5, Papa Kilo.
Hong Kong. For those of you wondering, I'm on Reflector 1 now, please. So if you watching and want to join in.
K5PK from Victor Romeo to Kilo Sierra.
And my name is Steve. You're loud and clear into Austin, Texas, in the state of Texas. Austin, Texas, the capital of Texas. Good to meet you.
United
What
States
is your
of
name?
Texas.
My name is Steve. Sierra Tango, Echo, Victor, Echo.
K5PK. Hello, Steve. My name is Natalie.
I think I heard you name you said your name is Century. Is that right?
Natalie.
K5PK. My name is Natalie.
Her American name.
Okay, I think you said Natalie or Naturally, but good to meet you, and thank you for coming back to my call. I looked up your call on QRZ.com and really liked the QSL card. It looks like in the upper right-hand corner, a handmade QSL card. Very, very nice. Back to you.
I'd like to make contact.
K5PK, do you want to have one QSL card for you?
Hey, anybody watching right now? Jump in the chat, say
sure.
hi.
Absolutely. I love the QSL. I just got some brand new QSL cards, so yeah, I always enjoy,
I'm on reflector
swapping,
1 Charlie.
QSL
1
cards.
Charlie. This would be Charlie. Actually, it's reversed. Charlie. I'll see if I can jump in there once they're done chatting, maybe. I don't think I've ever talked to anybody in Hong Kong. I have for work, but definitely not ham radio. I can tell you that much.
K5PK, I'm from Hong Kong. May I ask where you come from?
Okay, Natalie. I'm in Austin, Texas.
Speaks pretty good English there.
Texas, the capital of Texas in the United States, and just about 6 miles north of downtown Austin. And I'm from here. I'm from here originally. I was born here in Austin. Where are you from? And are you in school there at the Technology Club? Is that right?
It's early in the morning over there. Vermont. Eric got a cool page. If you don't mind, I'm going to put it up here.
K5PK, I'm from Hong Kong, Scout.
Looks like 6 meters is closed.
Okay, yes, very good. My QSL address is good in QRZ.com.
One of these days, I need to get better
to my
QRZ page.
QRZ
All you guys out here I'm looking at,
QRZ.com
like you, Eric, have a
address.
pretty good page.
And good to meet you. You sound real good here in Austin, Texas, all the way from Hong Kong. That is so cool. I don't think I've ever spoken to anybody in Hong Kong before.
I know I haven't.
K5PK 73, thank you for your call. Have a nice day.
You're welcome. You're very welcome. Thank you for the contact as well. And hopefully, if you've got a class there, some of the other students will also get to make contacts on the radio. So thanks for the contact, and for you again someday, hopefully. VR2 HKS K5BK is clear and listening.
VR2 HKS K6EGG.
Homegirl already take off? Oh man. That's unfortunate.
K6EGG monitoring reflector 1 Charlie, and also on YouTube if you type in my call letters K6EGG into the search engine. And anybody out there listening, this is Greg, K6EGG.
K6EGG, this is HR5BBD. Hi, Greg. Name here is Ivan, India, Victor, Alpha, November. I just saw the information from you on display on my radio. You are in Chino. I lived in Chino for 2 years. Actually, I had an office in Chino a long time ago. So I called you. Nice to meet you. Name here is Ivan, India, Victor, Alpha, November. Ivan, and QDH is Ulsan, located in the southeast corner of Korea. K6EGG, this is HR5BBD.
Hi there, HL5BBD. Ivan out there in South Korea. What part of Chino did you have an office in? Yeah, I've lived here for about 21 years. I really like it here. I might be moving out of state here in the next couple of years, but I definitely love the weather, and my family's here. But it's great to hear from you. How long ago did you live here also? You said you lived here for, what, 2 years?
Yeah, K6EGG. This is HL5BB. Okay, Greg. We have an office in Chino. I always took the 60 highway to west, east, and exit at the reservoir. I remember it was a reservoir. And near highway, there is our emission testing laboratory there. Back then I worked for Hyundai Motor Company. Hyundai has their emission testing laboratory in Ann Arbor, and one in Ann Arbor, one in Chino, California. So I worked there for 2 years and moved to Ann Arbor, Michigan for another 2 years. So totally I lived in America for 4 years. Long time ago. It was 1988 to 1992. So I lived in Los Angeles from 1988 to 1990. Yeah. Nice to meet you. K6EGG, this is HR5BBD.
Excellent, Ivan. Yeah, I know exactly where Reservoir and Highway 60 is, and you have a very good memory for going that far back into the 80s. So it's great to hear from you. I'm glad you're able to make contact and someone from your old area here. And I live about, you know where I'm at, so 40 miles or so east of Los Angeles, if people out there are also listening. I'm also on YouTube tonight. If you type in my call letters, K6EGG, you can kind of see my picture and some video of my radio in real time. I have an Icom 9700, and I'm talking into just a little hotspot I bought from Amazon. And Ivan, I want to say it's great making contact with you all the way over there from South Korea, and good morning, and I hope Sunday is looking good. This is Greg, K6EGG from the city of Chino.
Okay, Greg, K6EGG, this is HR5BBD. Okay, thanks. I'll check your video on YouTube after this QSO. Okay, looks like you are television sound engineer. Okay. Are you still working, or I retired 2 years ago after working automotive industry for 40 years, and I'm enjoying my retirement. But I had many plans to travel and to do, but because of coronavirus, there's nothing much I can do, so I spend most of the time at home with my wife, going hiking or riding a bicycle. Yesterday, I went to Busan. Busan is the southernmost city. There was a seminar. Actually, there was a meeting, the study group meeting for the DStar mode amateur radio. So I met several local amateur radio members there, and we had a really good time. We exchanged this information, and I heard several good information about the new technology of DStar mode. Okay. Actually, last year was our 40th anniversary, so my wife and I planned to travel the United States. But soon, from February, this corona pandemic began. So we just staying at home. Maybe next year, if the conditions are okay, I want to plan again. Hi. I wonder if you've been to Korea. It's a small country. But it's a beautiful country. It's worth to see one. So if you haven't yet, please make chance to visit Korea. Back to you, K6EGG. This is HR5BBD.
Thank you, Ivan. Yes, I am a television sound engineer. I'm currently still working. I've got a few more years, probably about 16 or so years left of work before I can retire. Congrats on your 40th anniversary there as well. I've been to Asia a couple times. I have not been to Korea, but that's definitely on the list when all this stuff ends. I spent some time in Tokyo and Nagano, back in the late 90s. Probably about I was in Nagano for about 3 weeks, and I was in Tokyo for about 2 weeks on 2 separate trips. But I would like to go to South Korea sometime. Definitely on the list. I'd also like to go to Hong Kong as well. A couple other places I would like to visit in Southeast Asia as well. But yeah, it looks like you have a 5100. Are you talking into a local repeater or a hotspot there in South Korea?
Okay, good. Yeah, I hope you have a chance to visit Korea someday. And if you have planned to visit Korea, let me know. Maybe you can meet somewhere in Korea. You can get my email address on my page of QRZ.com. I always welcome you. So far, many foreign ham radio operators visited my place, and we had wonderful iGold QSO. Yeah, I'm now using ID 5100, and I'm using hotspot. But we have 2 DStar repeater and 1 DMR repeater here. This morning, I went on hiking with my wife as soon as we got up. It's a bit cold, but I enjoyed hiking. And whenever I go on hiking, I always carry ID 51 handheld and made several contacts on DStar using the local repeater. Actually, our DStar repeater is very close to my house, you know. I'm living in an apartment, 15-story, top floor. But our repeater of DStar repeater is on the rooftop of 5-story building, you know. So I can look down our repeater from my house. It's a bit weird. And we have one DStar repeater on the top of the mountain, 600 meters high. It's 20 kilometers away from here. And there we also have a DMR repeater as well, high. So actually, my city, Ulsan, is the most active city for DStar mode compared to other cities in Korea. Okay, thank you very much. You take care and stay safe. I know the coronavirus is still going on there. Here we also have many cases every day. So I already had the second shot a month ago and waiting for booster shot. Okay, thank you very much. K6EGG, this is HR5BBD.
Excellent. It's good to know how people communicate over on ham radio over there, at least in the DStar world. I always kind of wondered how that worked out. So do you know, real quick before I let you go, do you know what reflector that DStar repeater is normally hooked to that's close by your apartment complex there? I'd love to connect to it sometime and maybe give you a call on that. Back to you. This is Greg, K6EGG.
www.users.org. Maybe you can check our repeater, 6M0UM, 6M, 6 mic, 0 uniform mic. That's the call sign of our repeater. Then you can get the frequency of that repeater, and you can get more information about our repeater there. Okay, yeah, I just opened your video. You notice many video on the. Oh, is this you? Oh, now I'm looking at you on YouTube. Okay, good to see you. Thank you very much, Greg. It's really a pleasure talking with you, and let me enjoy your video from now on. Back to you. This is HR5BBD.
Thank you very much for the info there, Ivan. I'll be looking for you. Maybe I'll call you on that repeater if I can connect to that reflector there. So have a good morning, late morning over there in South Korea. This is Greg, K6EGG from the city of Chino, 40 miles east of Los Angeles, and also on YouTube if you type in my call letters K6EGG into the search engine.
Okay, Greg, thank you very much. It's really pleasure talking with you, and hope to meet you again. And let me enjoy your video from now on. Thank you. I'll catch you again. K6EGG. This is HR5BBD 73. Bye-bye.
Got quiet out there here. It's great making contact with Ivan there in South Korea. Don't make too many contacts from that area of the world, so it's always a pleasure. And I really do want to go back to Asia as soon as possible. I have a 4-year-old daughter I'd love to take. Quick story about me going to Tokyo. I was 22 years old.
This is like Romeo 2 Hotel Kilo Sierra. Victor Romeo 2 Hotel Kilo Sierra. Calling C2 and standing by.
Let somebody else pick that up because I just sat there and talked for 10 minutes.
K-E-8-S-R-V.
Anyways, I had a really good time, and it was eye-opening for me because nobody could understand me, and I couldn't understand them, and I was a real picky eater.
K5KJG.
So I learned a lot about myself and how to deal with people during that trip.
K-E-8-S-R-V.
Really opened my eyes. So whenever I see an international traveler here in the United States, I always try to help them out as much as possible because I remember being in that position, and it was pretty scary. But I think that'll be a good learning experience for anybody going over there because everything's just so different, culture-wise, obviously language-wise, and like food-wise and everything else. So I definitely plan. I cannot wait to get back over there. And I love the food too.
CQ. This is Victor Romeo 2 Hotel Kilo Sierra. This is Victor Romeo 2 Hotel Kilo Sierra. Calling CQ.
Oops. Did I accidentally hit my thing? Victor Romeo 2 Hotel KS. You have a copy on
K6EGG.
K6EGG. This is Victor Romeo 2 HKS. Over.
Hello there, VR2 HKS. This is Greg, K6EGG. I'm in the city of Chino, 40 miles or what would be, 80 kilometers east of Los Angeles in California. It's great to hear you this evening.
It's nice to meet you. Well, we're a group of scouts are new to ham radio, and we're currently in Taiwan, Hong Kong Island.
It's great to talk to you, and I'm glad I was able to make contact with you over there in Hong Kong, and I hope you guys make some more contacts out there. Just a real quick question. Is this like a scout, like a worldwide scout thing for over the weekend? Because I heard some locally talking about that. Is that what's going on?
Oh, yes.
VR2HKS.
Excellent. I'll stand by and let you make some more contacts here from the United States or wherever else people are out here on. So this is VR2HKS. You have a good afternoon there in Hong Kong. This is Greg, K6EGG, about 70 or so kilometers east of Los Angeles, California.
It's nice to meet you, K6EGG. The weather in Hong Kong is nice. It's sunny without any clouds. And currently we're trying to contact more people through the ham radio.
Excellent, and it's a beautiful day here too as well. It was about 90 degrees. I can't do the math on the Celsius for you, but I'll take a standby and let you guys make some contacts here from the United States here. I'm sure there's a bunch of people out there listening. So this is Greg, K6EGG.
Real quick, this is from Ivan. He gave me the...
Romeo 2, Hotel Kilo Sierra. VR2 HJS. This is VK5, Kilo Juliet Golf. VK5,
this is the
Kilo
info
Juliet
for
Golf.
the reflector. I'm sorry, I was listening to the other conversation there that Ivan was talking about. Right now, that repeater that he's right by his house, the B module's hooked up to reflector 30 of all things, which I was just on. So hopefully I can make contact with Ivan here again in the coming time here to see exactly where he is.
Romeo 2, Hotel Kilo Sierra.
Looks like he's in the south part of South Korea.
This is Victor Kilo 5, Kilo Juliet Golf. VK5, Kilo Juliet Golf.
So hopefully I'll jump on there and hook to whatever reflector they're on here.
Victor Kilo 5, Kilo Juliet Golf. This is Victor Romeo 2, Hotel Kilo Sierra.
All right, so I'm going to move this over to reflector 30.
Hey, very good afternoon. VR2 HKS. This is VK5 Kilo Juliet Golf. The handle here is John.
You're going to
Juliet
hear...
Oscar, Hotel November. And I'm from South Australia, from the town of Whyalla. Whiskey Hotel Yankee. Alpha Lima Lima Alpha Whyalla. On the east coast of the Eyre Peninsula. We are a steelmaking township here, reasonably isolated. And what's the handle at your end? VR2 HKS BK5 KJG.
My name is Parko, Papa Alpha Charlie Oscar, and I'm with a group of scouts and are new to the ham radio and trying to make more contact. Currently, we're in Wan Chai, Hong Kong Island.
Oh, I'm going to bail out of here. Tom,
I'm on reflector 30 now for anybody that's watching.
P9TJR, we got local net check-ins going on right now on 80 meters. I'm going to jump out here and quit tying up the Georgia reflector here. Sorry, guys. I see some other folks keying in there. Anyway, I'm going to jump out of here and get on our local net. Great talking to you. Mobile safe. Hopefully we'll hear each other again out there. I'll listen for you, and we'll do this again. It was fun. Great talking to you. Mobile safe. KL5 Tango Whiskey.
Okay, very good, Walt. Nice talking to you, and hope to do it again. Hope you don't get too much snow up there. 7:30, V9TJ Mobile.
All right. Nope, sound good, my friend. Take care. Mobile safe. Both hands on the wheel. Catch you later. We'll listen for you out there, though.
This guy that was just on reflector 1 was right by Adelaide, which I've actually been there.
For our local network on 80 meter. I'll catch you later, bud. Bye.
Yeah, I've actually been pretty much where he lives, which is pretty cool. Let's jump on here, see if anybody's on. I want to say, everybody that's watching, please, if you're new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Trying to get up to 500 subscribers here on YouTube.
This is Greg, K6EGG, monitoring reflector 30 Charlie from Southern California in the city of Chino, 40 miles east of Los Angeles. and also on YouTube if you type in my call letters, K6EGG. That call again is K6EGG. If you type that into the search engine, you should see me pop up on my live stream right now, and you'll be a part of it.
All right. Kind of quiet here tonight, which is surprising. Was it 10 p.m. back there on the East Coast?
W2ITG.
W2ITG. This is Greg, K6EGG, here in the city of Chino in California.
Yeah, hey, good evening there, Greg, from W2ITG here in Somerset, New Jersey, on the opposite end of the country. How are you doing tonight? I've seen your call on the dashboard there. I said, that's got to be a vanity. K6EGG.
Definitely is a vanity. It's the last three letters of my first name, Greg. I spell it with two G's at the end, G-R-E-G-G. And in my high school, my nickname was Egg Pro, and that was put together by my first three letters of my last name. So that's kind of how I wanted something catchy for my call letters as well. So something easy to remember. Be like, hey, I remember that.
Yeah, okay, very good. Well, yeah, my call's a vanity as well. And I was nicknamed the Interstate Trucker Guy from some guys I used to talk to on quite a bit. And this is my my fourth call with the same suffix. I was originally KC2BOI, then I was KB3ITG, and then I was K3ITG, then I was W4ITG when I was living in Florida. The three call I picked up living in Pennsylvania, and now I'm back in New Jersey, so I got a two call. I believe that your call should match where you live, so there you go. Back to you, W2ITG.
Hey, Mark, I agree with you 100%. I'm a big fan of the K call signs and the W call signs, because that's always reminded me of the radio stations. K being west of the Mississippi and W being east of the Mississippi. So not really into the N calls. I know people like them, but it's just like old school radio for me. So I definitely understand that. So it's great making contact with you. I'm also on YouTube. If you're really bored, you could see how you could listen to see how you sound off of DStar through my radio here. Also making some pretty good contacts. I get some people floating in that see the YouTube video and find out what reflector I'm on. I'm able to make contact with them. So it's like a little circle of ham radio love. So, Mark, once again, thanks for making contact with me. This is Greg, K6EGG, 40 miles east of Los Angeles, California in Chino.
All right, Greg, very good. I don't know, I'm picking up a lot of DOS on DStar tonight. lots of missing packets according to the log from the open spot. So apparently I do very well on and this uses like the littlest amount of internet too. But it's just not playing well tonight. This is the second connection to DStar where I'm showing high loss rates coming in on my end. So anyhow, all right, very good. Nice to make your acquaintance. Have a good night. K6EGG from W2ITG.
W2ITG, W5ERX.
I think I talked to this guy before.
What's up, Wade?
Yeah, Wade. Yep.
W2ITG.
Yeah, I thought I recognized that call.
I've talked to him before. That's got a nice station, man.
I didn't know you hung out on DStar. W5ERX.
Got a nice little mixer there. Looks like he's got...
Actually, I haven't been on DStar in quite some time. I just figured I'd give the D74 a little bit of a
I don't know
workout.
what this is right here. Pretty cool station. Looks like he's working some satellite
still
stuff.
got on P25.
Oh, ISS? Sorry?
I'm on there sometimes, but it's been a little quiet lately.
Working portable satellites with its Icom 9700. That's a...
Yeah, I get on there once in a while, not as much as I used to. I don't know, there's just so many people over there using non-radio ways to access, and it's just not, you know how I feel about the whole thing. So, and I'll tell you what, DStar isn't doing very well tonight either. I'm hearing a lot of loss coming in. One was a 6.1. Before that, it was a 4.5.
Sounds like it might be your connection, dude.
When you called me, you were perfect. And picking up 4.2
What kind of mic this
and
is?
3 and 1.1 from Greg. And then I was over on XLX042.
So he's got a camera set up here, too. I wonder if he does some
hearing
streaming.
a lot of loss from them, so I don't know what the deal is. I mean, DStar uses the littlest amount of bandwidth.
Very little. Hey, anybody new to the channel, please don't forget to hit that subscribe
it shouldn't be
button.
near as sensitive as P25 is, for sure.
Looks like he has some...
yeah, I'm not having any issues over here.
Looks like Wade has a YouTube page, but it's not really ham radio related.
Everything's looking good over here.
So I won't put it up. It's got a nice looking motorcycle there, though.
But yeah, I do hear a dropout on your end every once in a while. It might just be a matter of, rebooting your... I think you got an open spot 3. But, so where do you usually hang out on P25 now?
Nowhere really. I've been spending actually most of my time on DMR as of lately. And no, I mean, I'm not having any problems with any of the other modes. DStar is the only one here as of lately. P25 works okay. I was on DMR earlier, and it was working good. I wasn't hearing any dropouts. There's a DMR.
I don't hear any dropouts.
XLX042 that I mentioned earlier. They also are on 310869. It's the 420 Super Freak group, being FREQ, not FREAK.
420.
And then of course there's some normal like tri-state and what have you. I hang out on DMR as well, but that's where I seem to be hanging my hat most of the time, because it seems that's where the activity is.
Yeah, I think I have that. I think I have that talk group in my APX 8000 for P25. I've been over there and listened to those guys. It's been a long time.
Real quick, I want to listen to
there
something. Oops.
That was my
It's
impression.
my local Ragchew net night, or Ragchew frequency. Might pop over there a little bit later.
Unfortunately they are, and that seems to be the consensus these days. Between everybody bridging everything, and every time I hear about a conversation of anything being mentioned about HF, it's FT8 only. And I don't know, that sounds like shooting fish in a barrel, but I'm not even going to go down that road. Anyhow, so I just kind of don't really hang out anywhere. I just kind of float around wherever I can see activity on a NetWatch or something like that.
Yep. I got an email. I didn't realize it.
Yeah, I'm on HF occasionally, and I got a, what do you call it? I got a radio. I got a Flex 6400. So I'm enjoying the SDR life. But honestly, most of the time I'm on satellites. I've kind of I guess I've kind of caught that bug for about the last year or so, and it's I don't know. I just kind of like it because it's a little bit of a challenge, and it's something I can do pretty much from anywhere. I don't need repeaters or anything. They fly over us. So, but I spend a lot of time on just on the linears, so multiple people can be talking at the same time, and you can actually reg you.
So anybody watching
RS-44
tonight
gives you about a 20-minute
on
window.
YouTube?
W5.
It's like Frank is out there watching from Florida. I'm on reflector 30 Charlie.
Well, I'm looking at the log here. And,
at the time.
Man,
he's dropping out. He's got some bad internet.
3 packets. I don't know.
Should I jump over to another reflector? Tonight. What do you think?
It's not really affecting. I mean, I can get everything.
Should I put
saying,
up a poll?
It's just stuff like that drives me nuts.
I hear my daughter home.
But yeah. Well, I didn't know you had got Flex radio. I looked at one of those. They're not cheap. And there's no way we're going to put anything up here, so that's probably out as far as that's concerned. But whatchamacallit, what did I just do there? No, I don't want to do that. I hit export call log by accident. Anyhow, I thought you wanted me to carry him up. Oh, okay. So anyhow, well, we're going to be getting ready to bed here.
Should I put up a poll? Where should I go?
We went out to go have breakfast with some hand guys from what they call themselves the Tri-County Group. So anyhow, catch you later, Wade. Thanks for the call.
Zero
W2ITG.
wattage, 0W or 3B? 3B what? What?
Okay, yeah, yeah, it does seem like there's some issues going on. That last transmission, I got everything up to the point you had, that you, I think you just got back from a trip. But, sounded like you were signing off. But, hey, it's good to catch up with you. I'll be looking out for you. Maybe we get a chance to catch up again soon. Hey, have a good night, man. And I'll say 73 for now, and hopefully we can get the DStar thing figured out. W5URX. Have a good night, man. Take care.
Tell you what, the reflector page seems to be having some issues. Have not been able to check up on them.
Yeah, I think a lot of it's got to do with the 2.4 gig. I don't know. I look at my phone. I could probably see about 15, 20 signals from all of my neighbors here at the complex. It's pretty crazy. All right, catch you later. Although it does say the internet is a good connection in the network page of the OpenSpot 3, so who knows. All right, Wade, catch you later. W2ITG.
Frank, here is my hotspot. I bought it from Amazon. Right here. Let me key this up real quick. Seems to do the job. $108, whatever it was I paid for it. I got a second one. Bought it on Amazon as well. And put it in my car. Those pretty decent hotspots. I might have to go to another hot reflector here. This one's kind of quiet.
Link to REF001 Charlie.
Learning English is not that hard. I think it's quite easy to learn.
Oh, well, you must be very smart.
Link to REF030 Charlie.
Well, Honda Civic is get me where I need to go right now. I could afford to buy 2 of them, so I don't have to keep going between my car. And why did that go just back to the Reflector 30? I wanted the Open Spot 3 or whatever it was called. It has the battery and everything in like that, but is that overkill? Yeah, especially me just starting out. I'd rather have 2 of them that I can use, spending all the money. Why did that go to Reflector 30? I just changed it to Reflector 1. Oh, I have it set for default to Reflector 30 unless it lost power or something weird. Weird stuff. So everybody watching right now, I'm on Reflector 30 Charlie here. I'm in Southern California talking into a hotspot. Last night I hooked up one of our local repeaters to this. That's not true. Last night I was on Reflector 70 and had some guys dropping in. So anybody watching, jump on Reflector 30 if you have DStar capabilities. Would love to hear from you. Yeah, $100. I mean, you can't go wrong. It's almost disposable. I had the second one set up in like 5 minutes once I learned how to set the first one up.
K6EGG, this is HR BBD.
Hi there, Ivan. This is Greg, K6EGG.
Hi, Greg. Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear my voice now, a bit late.
Oh, I bet you can.
I'm watching your video from Korea. Back to you.
Yeah, copy that. I also had your picture up as well, which I'll probably put up here in just a moment. Yeah, it's pretty fun, man. It's fun to make contact with some people. I've had some people run across me on YouTube and found out where I was located as far as frequency or DStar reflector, and was able to make contact with them. So it's pretty cool stuff. As I'm putting your picture up, you're probably going to start talking here shortly.
Okay, K6EGG, this is HR BBD. It's a bit, a bit weird. You are now talking to. I guess I'm now. I can see your video. Oh, you show me your my portal on. Okay, thank you very much. Actually, I didn't know it was streaming. The streaming. So I just noticed you are now streaming your video. So I began to watch. Hi. Okay, thank you very much. So how many people participating this current time? Over.
Ivan, first off, thanks for watching. Right now, I have about 10 people watching. Normally, I have between 10 and 15 people watching, probably max. I think the other night was like my biggest night was 15. So I like a lot of people that run back through it and watch an old stream sometimes. I notice that a lot. So if you can, hit that subscribe button. Anybody new actually watching me on YouTube right now, if you type in my call letters K6EGG into the search engine of YouTube, you can watch yourself. You can hear yourself. Yeah, this is kind of a fun thing to do. Fun way to chat. At least people can see what I look like and see how my radio's set up and see how they sound through my radio system here.
Okay, thank you very much. It's really fun. I want to show myself to you too. Okay, thank you very much. You keep continuing YouTube, and I'll watch your video in the side. Okay, thank you very much, Greg. It's a really pleasure talking with you. K6EGG, this is HR5BBD.
Thanks again, Ivan. That's HL5BBD in South Korea, the south part of South Korea as well. So great making contact with him again. I'm hoping to catch up with him on the his local repeater there. It looks like it's hooked up to 30 Charlie there. This is Greg, K6EGG.
Man, you got a lot of stuff on your page there, bro. Got a nice looking family, man.
K6EGG, K5PK, Kilo 5 Papa Kilo.
Go ahead, K5PK. This is Greg, K6EGG in Southern California, 40 miles east of Los Angeles.
Yeah, Greg, I just pulled up your YouTube link there or connection, and that's kind of fascinating, the live stream you've got going. So I thought you've really got a pretty slick operation there, although your QRZ page kind of tells us why, because it looks like you're in that biz. So very good, and it's a lot of fun. I'm glad you pulled this together and just played back some of my contact with Hong Kong, which was a first for me. So thoroughly enjoyed it. So thanks for having that, so I could play it back and enjoy it all over again. It was kind of funny. She was so shy talking. I would really like to learn more about their activities, but it looks like a scouting troop of some sort, and pretty big one at that. So back to you there, Greg, K5PK.
Yeah, I'm just doing this for fun. I'm not going to try to make money off of it or sell anything on it. I just kind of want to spread the love of ham radio. And, I get a lot of people locally asking how they sound. I'm normally on a 2-meter sideband. A lot of the guys will change their stations and move up their antenna and change their audio. And this is kind of a good way for them to get a real-time version of how they sound versus me trying to talk them into, how they want to sound. As far as the Hong Kong contacts, yeah, it sounded like they're a little distracted when we were talking to them. I talked to them after too. Sounded like they're inside a room with a bunch of people. So, but it was pretty cool. I've never made a contact with somebody in Hong Kong, so I'm with you on that one. Are you a television engineer? I'm like a radio engineer.
No, I guess you looked at my QRZ page. It actually kind of tells a story from the beginning how I got interested in radio. And my dad was into radio and TV broadcasting, so I grew up around it, and really didn't get my dad involved in amateur radio till much later in his life. So, okay, yeah, I just pulled up your YouTube page, and I'm seeing where you're kind of going through one of the old stations you worked at, reporting on the stock market and the space program. So, yeah, it's kind of funny. It worked totally backwards. I got him involved in amateur radio. I got into it when I was a teenager, but he had no interest in it. So, anyway, yeah, I can see you're kind of going through a little bit of my bio. I only put that together recently, and in the picture you're coming up with me in the shack with my brother and a friend is the only picture of me. I don't have a current one. I need to bring one up, I guess. But sure had a lot of fun over the years and met a lot of fantastic people, and including folks like Natalie that I just met in Hong Kong, of all places. So, but no, my dad's radio and TV career was amazing to be witness to. Back to you there, Greg. K5P.
Yeah, copy that. Cool stuff. I kind of wish my dad got into it. He actually got me into CB radio. He had a CB in his car back in the 80s. I'm only 46. And he kind of got me into it. And then after like a year, he got bored of it, and he never wanted anything to do with it again. So I'm kind of bummed me out. I'm also I got down to your page, which I probably should update my page. My page is pretty boring. I see your DStar set up there. It looks pretty nice. Were you able to hook to any local repeaters where you're at? You got a lot of photos on your QRZ page, man.
Yeah, I got kind of carried away. I've had an account with QRZ for like 15 years, but did nothing with it. And everybody had these beautiful QRZ pages, so complete with all kinds of literally good biographical information on everybody, and I enjoyed them, reading them. And I thought, well, shoot, I need to just sit down and start typing my story. And then all of a sudden I had all this text but no pictures. So it took about a year and a half for me to pull all the pictures together and pull some old pictures and old QSL cards and some new pictures and scanned a bunch of stuff, just to bring it, and kind of interlace it into the text. And then I realized I've got a monster here, so at least if someone files through my QRZ page, they can find something interesting to them. If nothing else is interesting to them, they can skip it. So I kind of lead them along with the photos a little bit, and just hope it inspires a few people and maybe Elmers them where they need Elmering. So it's been a lot of fun. That was a blast. I'm glad I finally got around to creating a legit QRZ page.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like you're into aviation as well. One of my buddies that I talk on locally here on our sideband pseudo net, I guess you can call it. It's not really much of a net, but a group of us meet on 144 250 upper sideband here nightly, or we try to at least. He is actually two of them. He's the twin brothers. One's a commercial airline pilot, and I think the other one was wasn't a private pilot, like a corporate pilot. And they'll be going up in the airplane. We'll make aeronautical contacts with them. So that's pretty cool. Did you work in? I didn't get a chance to read your whole QRZ page, obviously. Did you work in the aviation business, or is this something you're interested in?
Yeah, Greg, actually I tried to make a career of it back in the 80s after deregulation, and it was pretty tough times, and everybody's, just trying to live on mac and cheese, so eventually I gave it up. But I got interested through my dad, who got his private license when he got interested through some of the astronauts he knew when he was reporting on the space program out of Houston. So it kind of snowballed, and even on my mom's side of the family, there's a little bit of aviation history involved there too through the military. So it kind of runs in our gene pool. I guess the gene pool is pretty important, in how it gets passed on.
That it is. Well, it's great making contact with you there. I've definitely seen your call pop across my my dashboard here when I was just kind of listening in the last couple of weeks. I think it looks familiar. But I'm going to take a quick standby here. I'll keep streaming. And if you haven't, please subscribe to my YouTube page. It would be much appreciated, as well as anybody else watching. So I'm going to take a quick standby. This is Greg, K6EGG, in the city of Chino, 40 miles east of Los Angeles, talking with Steve, K5PK.
Alrighty, Greg. Thanks for the contact and good chatting with you here. And I'm fairly new to DStar, so still learning the ropes and like to get on once in a while. But my first passion, I guess, in radio has always been HF. I got into it through shortwave listening and listening to broadcast, shortwave broadcast, and then I found people talking to each other, and that kind of cracked me up. I thought, wow, these people are nowhere near each other and building stuff and having a good time. And so I accidentally ran across some people that were involved in amateur radio and Elmered me as a young guy there, and the rest is history. I've certainly had quite an experience and thoroughly enjoy it, and hope I can inspire others as well as anybody even in Hong Kong for that matter. Thank you, Greg. And 7-3, and we'll look for you again, hopefully. And I just subscribed. All the best. K6EGG, K5PK.
Excellent. Thanks again. And I'm fairly new to DStar too. I just got my hotspot like about 2 weeks ago and started talking on DStar repeaters over the last month or so with help from a lot of locals here that gave me a ton of information to get me going. So take care, Steve. This is Greg, K6EGG.
All right, so I'm going to take a quick standby. The stream will continue going, streaming Reflector 30 Charlie. You'll see my picture disappear here shortly. I've got my daughter in the background talking, so I'm kind of listening to that too. So anybody new to the channel, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I come on a couple days a week. Looks like I'm getting some interference on my hotspot frequency too. Normally I'm on a 2-meter sideband, but I'm playing a lot more on DStar as well. So I'll be back in just a few minutes. The stream once again will continue going. You'll see my picture disappear right now.
W5 RKM Mobile, monitoring 030 Charlie. I-80 westbound heading towards Nevada.
Hey, Roger, V9 TJ Mobile.
VE9. Hey, good evening, Tom. You still driving?
I'm sorry.
VE9TJR. I'm sorry, I missed that a little bit there. You said you're still driving, or you just parked up for the night?
No, I'm still driving.
VE9TJ. Ah, roger on that one. Yeah, cool. I'm just outside, heading towards Davenport, Iowa. I think I'll probably make the Iowa I-80 truck stop and stop there for the night. Over.
Okay, very good, yeah. Go in there and get me a set of them vent covers there for my side windows.
Roger. Have you heard anything from IQ yet about your antenna?
No, I haven't ordered one yet. I've got a IQ that I got back when Charlie held it. Oh, probably 15 years ago. But, no, I want to order one. but I'm just going to hang on. I got to get some bills paid first there after being off there for a while, Roger.
Oh, Roger on that one, yes, sir. Yeah, I forgot you got one already. You just wanted to upgrade it to the IQ6. That's what I paid for. Send it to me. And I'm not going to keep bugging him. I know he'll get it to me when it's ready. Over.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll get it eventually. It just, like right now, it's difficult getting parts. So, I know that there was a couple on Facebook that had put, I can't remember their call signs, but they had put up that theirs had arrived, and now I don't know how long they've waited, but so they are being made.
Yeah, Roger. Well, the last time he communicated with me, Scott said that back there on the list, and there's quite a few people ahead of me. So, well, as long as I get it, that's a good thing. Over.
Yeah, well, he's probably working by himself or hasn't got time to answer the phones and not answer emails all the time. So otherwise, he'd have to take time away from building antennas. He's probably trying to get caught up. So, yeah, I'd hang off. I'd hang on. I'm sure he'll get it.
Roger, I can't wait.
W.
Earlier this evening, but I don't think I lit my tuner up properly. I had my tuner turned off because I've not been using it, but I turned it on. But what I'm supposed to do is turn the radio off, turn the tuner off, turn the tuner on, and then turn the radio on so it recognizes the tuner.
Yeah, sure. So I just haven't figured out. I had it all figured out how I was going to put the IQ on the K6EGG, but I don't have them heavy mirror arms on here, and then I got my breather cans in the way. So I'm not sure how I'm going to mount the IQ on this truck.
Roger, I've got a good idea how to do it, but I'll have to wait till I get the antenna. I got the FT1 mount there from the Tar Heel, the larger one of the mounts. So I know that's going to help, just like you've got there, the Tar Heel mount. And I'm probably going to be getting a 2021, 2022 truck in about a month, so I might as well not worry about it too much until I actually get the truck, and then we can figure it out from there.
Oh, sure. Well, what kind of truck do you have now?
I got a 2019 Freight Shaker, and it is shaking real bad. But it does motor. It's opened up. It's being deleted, if you understand what I'm saying is there, over.
Yeah, okay. Well, I seen one guy who's got a truck just like this, a W900. He got it mounted on the mirror arm, but he's got it tilted forward at about 45-degree angle. I really didn't want to do that with mine.
Roger, I think they work better if they're straight up and straight down. Am I correct, over?
Yeah, up and down, straight up vertical would be more omnidirectional. You put it leaning forward at a 45-degree angle, you're starting to get close to a more of a horizontal polarization. And, really didn't want to do that.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, well, that one, the MFJ alpha that I got on the side of the right side, the passenger side door, where the mirror would mount so you could look down at your step. That's straight up, and it tunes up pretty good once I get it tuned up. It's just a matter of I just got to make sure I set my tuner properly over.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know how I'm going to mount it yet, but I'm sure I'll figure out something. I might just get a piece of flat piece of aluminum, about 5 inches wide, 4 inches, maybe 4 inches wide or whatever, and get two CD mounts, bolt the CD mounts to the flat aluminum, and then up the top piece of the flat aluminum, the bottom piece of flat aluminum, brace that to the upper and lower rear arm, and then attach the MB1, the Tar Heel bracket, roll it right to that piece of flat aluminum. I might do it that way. But then the Stinger, I'm afraid is going to go over 13.6, so I might have to put a bend in it, bend it back.
Yeah, Roger on that. Yep. That's the other thing that I got to worry about. Where if you start off lowering it it's on the mirror arm. It shouldn't clear 13.6, but if you've got the bigger one of the antennas, it might do that. So I've not actually seen a Tar Heel and how tall it really is. So sorry, the IQ. So I've only seen the picture of it that you sent me over.
Well, you saw the capacity hats I got.
Bring that back again, sorry?
I sent you pictures of the capacity hats, didn't I?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. You sent me a picture of it, yeah, but it's hard to judge how tall it really is on a picture. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I can get a good idea if I see the top of the cab and it clears the top of the cab on a double sleeper, you know. Wow. But I'm going to just barely, I can stand up in it, but only just over.
No, you saw them capacity hats, them rag and wheel flat pieces of metal there that for capacitance.
I'm not sure what you're meaning there, Tom. Bring it back.
Yeah, them two round things there, they're not the two, the round things there, the different sizes, there were three of them different sizes there. They look like a ragged wheel. You saw those, didn't you? You got pictures of them, didn't you?
I think you just sent me a picture of where you mounted it. I don't think you sent me a picture of those rounded things over.
Yeah, I thought I sent it to you. The capacity hats off my old bug catcher from back in the 80s. Bug catcher antenna. So I still have the capacity hats I bought for them.
Roger, yeah. Is that more for satellites though, the capacity hat? Or you just to disperse the RF a little better?
I'm sorry, try that again?
VE9.
Yeah, the capacity hat that you got, is that for satellite work, or is it just to disperse the RF more? Over.
No, I didn't make that out. I'm not quite sure what you were asking.
Hey, Tom, he was telling you, does those capacity hats reject RF or to do satellite work?
The RF, or is it just mainly for HF over?
JR, he's wanting to know what those capacity hats actually do.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking, Frank. That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, I got 3 of them. One's 10 inches diameter. The other one I think is 14, and the biggest one is, I don't know, 16 or 18 inches diameter.
Tom, what he wants to know is what do they do? What do those capacitor hats do?
You know, I didn't think the larger one, the 16 or 18 inch, I don't think, I don't want to put it on when I'm going 65 mile an hour down the road.
Hey, Tom, you copy K4 USA.
Can I copy you, Frank?
What do those capacitor hats do? That's what he's been asking. What do they do?
Well, they lower your frequency so you don't have to have as long a rep. You can use a shorter rep for lower frequencies.
Okay, so it's like a coil, like in a screwdriver antenna would be the same thing. Okay, I understand it. I think that should answer his question there. It's like a coil.
Actually, a store too. Usually stores, mark them up a little higher, so that's a killer deal.
So I'm going to move over to 2 meter sideband for a little bit. See,
If you're looking at making more money, I think hold off for a couple more months. I think with all these other radios coming in, the supply and demand, and the supply is going to be lower, the demand will go up high, and then you can raise up your prices. So, I don't know if you noticed, my boy bought a used diesel pickup, and I was going there a couple months ago, go there every week, and had a whole bunch of used pickups, boom, 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 every week. And guess what? Now there's no more used pickups. They're all gone. They're hard to find used vehicles now because of that ship. That factory burned down in Japan. So a lot of used vehicles are going away. A lot of used radios are going to be going away. The price demand is going to go up.
I know what you're talking about. Like my son went to look for. He's considered buying a new car. You got to have an appointment just to go to the car dealership now. And he had an appointment, so he went to the appointment at the dealer, and they screwed up, and they didn't what's the word I'm looking for? They didn't abide by his appointment. They rescheduled him. I said, well, that tells you right there, don't do business with that company. They're Mickey Mouse.
Supply and demand.
So I said, well, he's considering getting a Honda. I said, go to Cerritos Hyundai. They're great, He says, it's a 10-day wait to get an appointment.
What? A 10-day wait to get an appointment?
Yeah. I said, well, what's going on? Is a lot of people buying cars, or they don't have any workers? What's going on?
There's a shortage.
Shortage of what? Workers?
No, shortage of cars. Shipping the new cars. Yeah. No, really. No, you don't want to be a hero? No, go ahead. Be a hero. Oh, I'm not a hero. I know how you like it. I just had a race stuff like that. They want truck drivers. They need heroes like you to do that. Yeah, I heard that. You're looking for truck drivers. There's a shortage of truck drivers now. They're even talking to motor vehicle to help them pass the test. Well, it doesn't mean that they can pass the test on paper. If they can't back up, forget it. Yeah, I know. If they can't motor vehicle, I couldn't believe it.
Probably can make $50 an hour being a truck driver these days.
There's a shortage of truck drivers, Keith.
I know. That's what I'm saying. You probably can make $50 an hour as a truck driver.
Yeah, there's a good night job for you. Make more money.
The reason why there's a shortage
I don't want to drive a truck.
is they can't make no money at it because of fuel costs.
No, we're talking about driving somebody else's truck there, Curtis.
Well, if you own a company, and there's a lot of people, the truckers that are just don't want to do it no more because the fuel prices are so high, and they have to charge so much that who's going to want to, you gotta. It's like you said, it's all those boats out in the docks there. They can't get enough people to truck drivers to take all the stuff away.
That's very true.
We had great gas prices a year ago. Wonder what happened.
Let's go, Brandon.
K6 West, gas prices are going to go up. Electricity is going up for the first of the year. Guess what? Social Security said we're going to give you another 6%.
I thought it was 5, 6.
I think it was
actually, we
5.7.
used to 5.9.
That's like a little over $1,000 a year.
Yeah, so we're still losing.
They'll buy a 991 Alpha.
Yeah, but what we're saying, me and Curtis are saying, that the cost of living is costing us more. We're still behind.
Oh, I know. My wife's complaining about the price of groceries and stuff. I said, well, just quit buying those particular groceries.
We went to dinner the other night, me and my wife to El Cerrito, and I got a bill. I couldn't believe it. I'm not going back there again. I had she had a salad, and I had a enchilada, beans and rice, and one beer. It was $60.
$60?
Yep, I'm not going back there. They raised the price. I couldn't believe it. I about fell off the chair and had a heart attack.
Was this Beverly Hills?
No, that's what we're right there on Coachella Boulevard in Valley View.
Oh, boy. My wife said that she bought bacon the other day. It was $18 for bacon. I said, well, quit buying bacon. We can live without it.
$18 for bacon now?
That's what she said she paid.
Holy smokes.
Hey, I'm going into the store today to hear about all these food shortages on YouTube all over the United States. I go into Smart and Final. They said the shelves are all bare. Not in Smart and Final, man. Everything was filled. I mean, I saw more produce than you can believe.
That's a good store.
You got lettuce, you got tomatoes, you got cookies.
They had your burritos? Breakfast burritos?
Smart and Final. You know what that is?
Yep. Do they have your breakfast burritos?
Well, they got breakfast burritos here, but I got the other ones from Costco. I like better.
Okay. Well, Costco, you can get that big chicken for $5.
Mom can't have salt. I have to cook for her. Can't have salt outside.
Okay.
But you can salt the food inside the house? Yeah, salt's not that good for you anyway.
Hey, Fred.
Yeah, go ahead.
I got a couple of those chickens in my deep freezer. We buy one every time we go to Costco.
What are you saving up for in case everybody runs out of food?
It's such a good deal. We only go to Costco like once a month. And what is that, like $4? It's less than $5 a chicken. We usually buy one that we eat that night. Then we buy either one or two to freeze.
Wow.
That's what we had for dinner tonight, the Costco chicken. My wife made mashed potatoes and corn and stuff like that. That's what we had.
Did she get her cash off?
Yeah, she got that off, let me think, about 3-4 weeks ago.
Yeah, my wife got hers off yesterday.
I'm sure she's pretty stiff.
She's pretty happy it's off.
I'm sure it's pretty, stiff, right?
Yeah, she lost a lot of weight.
Does she also have a brace on her neck?
No. She was wearing that.
Okay. Did I hear Greg out there?
Who?
Greg, K6EGG.
I don't know. Hey, Greg, you out there?
I'm sandbagging.
How you heard about the Curtis? He's sandbagging.
Yeah, he's a 3-bagger.
He's a 3-bagger, yeah. No, the video. He's a 4-bagger.
I'm the 4-bagger.
Oh.
I thought heard him in there.
Yeah, I threw out a let's go somebody.
Well, Andy drilled a hole in his roof. He put that 5/8 wave antenna, and he really likes it. You got to do that.
I am not drilling a hole into a Chevy Volt.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Greg. I'll drill a hole for you if you don't know how to drill it. I'll drill it for you free. In fact, I'll give you $5 and I'll drill a hole. You'll make money.
How about you buy me a second Chevy Volt? I'll let you drill the hole in it, and then I'll drive it.
No, I want to do that one. It won't be personal then.
I'm not into drilling automobiles. It seemed to be working. My radio seems to be working the way I want to work it, as far as now. So I make some pretty good contacts. Although I yelled for Curtis in the high desert of the Southern California, over and over the other day, and I didn't hear you.
Well, you remember the dust storm out here. I mean, it was bad that day.
That's what I was calling you. I was stuck at the Victorville airport for like 2 hours.
Wow. Yeah. Well, next time. I did hear you talking to Ivan there in South Korea.
That I was. And he actually worked here in Chino before he, I guess in the 80s, I think he said. So a little bit of connection there across the Pacific Ocean. It's nice to talk to those long-distance DStar contacts.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's always fun to, it's amazing. You talk, 5,000, I think it's 5,400 something miles from here, and you talk to a guy that just used to live a couple miles from you.
We really do live in a small world when it comes down to it. There's not that many of us here. And yes, by the way, Keith, I bought bacon the other day, and I did see that it was like $17.50 for bacon.
Well, how many pounds is that?
I just told my wife, we can do without bacon.
How many pounds?
I think it was just 1 pound.
Woo!
I think it was like 20 slices of Hormel thick cut black label cherry wood bacon.
Go Brandon.
Exactly. Let's go Brandon.
I'm just hoping when everything settles down, prices re-drop back down and don't just stay at that high rate.
That is not going to happen.
Stay at this high rate forever?
Yeah, people get used to that high price and make all that money. They ain't gonna lower it down, Keith. You're dreaming.
Well, we're definitely in inflation, but inflation tends to drop.
Well, look at Australia right now. You buy a new car, it's almost 60,000 Australian dollars.
Still pretty good on price.
When I was in Australia, 10 years ago, almost to the day, the gas prices there were $6.50 equivalent to our gallon, and we're almost there. So I can only imagine what it is now.
Europe's high too. That's why they got a lot of diesel cars.
What's going on in Italy today?
What's going on in Italy?
People are trying to overthrow their government. They're really rebelling, aren't they?
Sounds like a good idea.
Well, they're doing the Viking clap.
Viking clap.
I'm not kidding. Because, they put their arms out and go up above their head and drop their hands and come back down with their hands straight out and go down to their arms. Try to look at it on YouTube.
supposed to cool down about 20 degrees from the last couple of days. I'm looking forward to that tomorrow.
It got up to 81 degrees in the high desert.
Wow, Long Beach hit 88. It was hotter in Long Beach than the high desert.
I don't know what you're talking about was 90-something, you know.
At your house?
Yeah.
88 here.
90 here.
I got my chores done. I mowed, I washed cars. I got that done by noon because I knew it was going to get hot.
It's in the low 40s in the morning.
What's it supposed to be tomorrow, Curtis?
Let me see. It's been cooler all the whole week. Tomorrow it's supposed to be 75.
Yeah, that's why it's supposed to drop here to 75. Then Monday, 66. That's quite a difference.
Probably lost all my DStar viewers. Sorry.
62.
I'm finally into that fall weather. I'm kind of looking forward to it, actually.
Yeah, we might get some rain next Saturday, I saw.
We can use all that we can get.
Hey, Greg.
Yeah, go ahead.
I figured out how to change the frequency on the Icom 9700. So I used to be, when I came on to this frequency, I'd have to go to 144.250.15, which is 150 hertz too high. But I kind of scoped it out today and figured out how to do it. You can adjust the frequency in the settings.
Interesting. I did see you post that video. I have not had a chance to watch it. Now that I'll put it into my reminder list.
Yeah, I didn't know how to do it back when I did that. I just kind of discovered it today. So right now I'm exactly on 144.250.
Welcome to the club. That's good to know.
250 club. Yeehaw.
Let Eric, W6GLA, he'd probably like to know that because I know he was not complaining, but he was mentioning that he's always off frequency.
Yeah, and I think he was off a lot more than I was. I was just 150 hertz, which I think the radio is spec'd at 0.5 ppm, which I think that works out to be plus or minus 75 hertz. I was off 150 hertz. I think his radio was even off more than that.
Which Eric is that? Is that the Sugarloaf Eric?
That's affirmative.
Anybody breezing in here new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button there.
Because it's off too.
I'll be on DStar a little bit later.
Denny's is off, mine's off. They're all the 7100s are off.
Hey, Curtis?
Yeah.
You ever listen to 3845 in the morning?
I have a few times the last few weeks, and yes, I heard you on there, and I do hear Frank and Noel.
Right, but you know that jammer they got up there?
Yeah.
They offering a $1,000 reward if you can find out who he is, and now they're thinking about raising that reward up to $5,000.
Wow, yeah, there was somebody too jamming 144.39, which is the APRS beacon frequency, and somebody was on there just keying down constantly, and it was really messing up the APRS radios and people that use that.
When did this happen?
It happened a couple of weeks ago, but in the last couple of days, I use that to follow my son as he drives down from Yorba Linda up to the high desert, and it was so bad he couldn't get any beacons through. But the last couple of days, it looked like it was a lot better. So thousands of people use APRS. I'm sure somebody probably had enough of it and caught the guy.
I thought that was 144.380. I thought that was FT8.
Yeah, this frequency is designed specifically only for APRS.
And what frequency is that?
I believe it's 144.39.
Oh, 39, okay. Oh, I thought that was FT8.
Well, you get a jammer on sideband or FM, they're going to go all over the place.
So, they caught the guy, or he just quit?
I'm assuming they caught the guy because it's been clear the last couple days.
Okay. How did they jam? What did they do? Just key up?
Well, when you have an APRS radio, you program it, so how often do you want to beacon? And so normally you set about maybe every 3 or 4 minutes, or maybe every couple miles, but you can set it to beacon about every 2 seconds, which really messes things up.
So that's what he was doing, huh?
Yeah, it was just like a constant signal on there all the time.
Well, then it was giving out his call.
Yeah, well, you can lie, when you put your information in there.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah, it's not like DStar where you, oops, my call sign went out.
Okay. Some people get a big bang out of that.
Yeah, when I first started listening to this frequency here, I know there were people coming on, and they were really, playing with your head. I thought oh man, these guys they don't like Fred. Man, they're being really mean to him, but evidently they were really licensed ham radio operators.
Follow me on this frequency here?
Yeah, people used to get on there and they say, no, you don't. You don't know everything. And they wouldn't give their call sign. Just to get you, I go, they're going to get Fred really upset, because I'd probably get upset, but you were super nice, Fred.
Yeah, I'm not going to get upset, because what good is it? Just keep talking. That gets them more upset when you don't get upset.
It does, and eventually, you kept asking them, hey, what's your call sign? It's been over 10 minutes. What's your call sign? And they wouldn't give it. But eventually, they coughed it up, and you kind of broke the ice, and now they're polite to you, Fred.
You're making me laugh. K6EGG.
I think they tried putting on more radios on their antenna. They said, it really does work. I love Fred.
Yeah, it's amazing. A lot of people, Andy, he was listening to Keith and me playing around with his antennas, and he finally bought one of his antennas, and he said, I drilled a hole on top of my roof and put it in his center. Anyway, I worked him the other day from the time he left his house all the way to work in Irvine, and he was thoroughly impressed with the transmit and receive on that antenna. He couldn't believe it.
And didn't he buy like the 5/8 wave Larson antenna?
Right.
That's what Greg has. How does your antenna work, Greg?
I like it. I have a trunk mount, and it's working perfectly fine.
Do you have a 5/8 wave?
I believe it's a 5/8 wave. We have the same antenna.
Well, they work well, especially when you drill a hole.
Well, I'm not planning on drilling a hole. I'm able to talk to Gabe in the parking lot of Anaheim Stadium simplex, which I wasn't able to do before on 5.2, and we were talking on DStar, if I recall, one night with Keith, K6EGG. So I'm very happy with the performance of that antenna and the 5100 that it's attached to.
Junkyard and look, and I don't care what junkyard you go to. Actually, you should go to about 10 different junkyards.
Okay, you lost me.
Really, think about it. Go to the shotgun, see if you can find it, and take a picture, send it to me. See if you can find one car, any pickup. It's got a hole in the center of the roof that had an antenna there. See if you can find just one.
All right, okay.
Bet you can't find one.
Somebody help me out here, please.
His point is people don't drill holes through their roof.
So why would I want to drill a hole in my roof?
I'm just teasing. I don't know what the point is either, Fred.
Well, because people have got antennas in the roof, they drive carefully. They never wreck their cars.
I drive carefully. I never wreck my cars.
Okay.
Since we got a little illegal topic change, Gabe brought up, and I think it was somebody else that he was talking to, maybe do a possible meetup. And I threw out a couple dates to him, October 30th and November 6th. How are you guys doing on those 2 dates?
November 6th? Where we going to meet at?
I don't know. We can discuss that.
Yeah, I'm doing a DJ party there, and we're off of 60 over there, 60, I forget the name of that town, off of 60 over there.
So is the 6th out for you?
Yeah, 6th out for you. I got to do a DJ job.
We'll do it the 6th then.
That sounds good. The 6th it is.
The 30th, is that Halloween?
No. This will be like in the late morning, too, by the way. No, that's the day before Halloween.
Celebrate Halloween.
I got to be at work at 5 a.m. on Halloween, which I'm looking forward to.
He's 80 years old.
Weren't you doing a wedding, too?
Yep, doing a wedding, too. Yeah, I'm busy. You think I can knock him out with my music there, Keith?
Yeah, I think you'll do just fine.
I'm gonna have a kicking party there. I'm gonna whip it up.
Whip out that pocket trumpet.
Yep.
So hey, Greg, is that antenna you got? Is it 5/8 wave, 2 meter only?
I'm gonna double check and see if it's 5/8 wave, but it does 440 as well.
Yeah, because mine's 5/8 and it's 2 meter only. I keep a spare in the trunk if I need to go to 440. By the way, Curtis was out there. He and you doubled a minute ago. Go ahead, Curtis.
I was just going to say, I've heard Greg in his mobile on 5.2, and I don't know, about a week ago or so.
There you go, Greg. That's a good radio report.
You heard me?
Yep.
And where did you hear me?
Talking to, I think, AJ6BE, I think.
Yeah, that was the day I was going up to the high desert. I was calling you that day.
Well, I didn't know you were up here, but I heard you while you were down the hill.
That's actually where I was headed. I can't see that it says it's a 5/8 wave. Oh, wait, it's a half wave and 3/8 wave.
5/8.
I'm sorry, keyed with you, Fred.
I knew it wasn't a 5/8.
I thought he had got the same antenna as me, so that's my bad.
So he's got the 5/8, right? Which means he probably only has 2 meters?
I think that's correct.
Yeah, Fred and I were talking yesterday morning. Wasn't it yesterday morning, Fred? And he was in there too, and he came in at the end. I could hear him all the way, light copy, but I could hear him all the way down Costa Mesa, and he was driving to Irwindale.
That's mobile to mobile.
Mobile to mobile, right.
With no amplifiers.
I I was on 25 watts. I don't know if you could hear me. But I had to drop my power because my battery was going dead.
No, he heard you when you dropped your power.
Yeah, so those are good antennas.
I know that. Well, that's why he bought me, because he heard me and you playing around with him all the time in all our signal reports.
And he's putting an amplifier in his car, I think this weekend or next weekend.
He wants to be heard and not seen.
I've seen him.
I told him, hey, go all the way, get that 400.
Hey, Keith has seen him too.
Oh, yeah. I had a little breakfast flows once upon a time. Summertime, right?
That was in June, if I recall right.
That's late. Wow. Time goes by fast.
He's moving to Tennessee.
Is it official?
Yep, he's moving.
Already buy a home?
Oh, I don't know about that, but he's got to sell this one.
He gone.
I've been to Tennessee before in the wintertime, and I don't think I've ever been so cold in my life.
Well, he learned a lot from us. He knows how to get all the noise out. And besides this house, he had noise in his oven.
I thought for sure we went to a shopping mall in Tennessee, and it was in wintertime, and we just parked in the parking lot. I thought my face was going to freeze and crack and fall off before I got into the building.
And it's a damp cold there, man. You can feel it in your bones.
Not only that, but when we were driving into town, we saw all these human clothes. There were clothes in the trees. We go, what kind of tradition is this? We didn't know, but a tornado just came through there day before. Cold and tornadoes. Tennessee, yeah, love it.
That's where Tennessee Ernie was at.
When I worked for Porter-Cable as a sales rep, their headquarters was Jackson, Tennessee, so I had to go to Tennessee fairly often back in those days.
Yeah, when you live in Southern California, you don't know what you got until you go somewhere else.
They got Tennessee whiskey here. I wonder if is that moonshine territory, or is that just Branson?
What the heck is that?
Plus 40. And up in the Appalachians, I think that they got some moonshine going on, Fred, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they're getting moonshine running all those back roads.
That's where NASCAR got its start.
You're right. That's where NASCAR got its start. You're exactly right.
Running away from the cops.
Yeah, that noise was a plus 40 my way.
Yeah, what was that?
Don't know. But I could hear. Was that you, Al, who said plus 40 also?
No, somebody made recorded your voice and repeated you.
Well, whoever said whatever, I could hear them above the jammer.
Hey, K6EGG, wasn't me. Whoever it was, they were on the stream monitoring it.
Where'd that jammer go? KN6
See, it worked. Just don't acknowledge them until they go away.
Hey, you remember roller derby, Fred, when they had, one of the positions was called the jammer.
Yeah, roller derby. Yeah, that used to be real popular. Used to really wreck a lot of people that roller derby on TV.
Thunderbirds.
Right, the Thunderbirds. You're right.
And they do that slingshot shot where they grab hands and they yank somebody around the corner.
Yeah, I remember that.
I loved watching that.
Whatever happened to that?
I think it went out of business.
Too many majority of people probably got dislocated shoulders. Then some would lay across the track and they fly over them.
And then somebody try to pass him, and they give him a great big elbow right in the face.
Oh, Keith, you see that picture I sent you the other day about baseball there in California, the California Cuties?
What, you texted it to me? Let me look.
Yeah, I sent you a picture. It says on it, blow it up, it says California Cuties. You don't know? Look it up on the internet. The California Cuties, they were real popular. Yeah, look it up, Perry. Go on YouTube and look it up. They were located over here in Lakewood and Bellflower. After you look it up, then I'll tell you more about it. It's a baseball team.
I don't think I got it.
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
Oh, I see it here. It's this orange thing, the California Cuties.
Yeah. Blow it up. Look at it.
Is that cooties or cuties?
Cuties. What it was a bunch of guys dressed up and looked like women playing baseball.
I think I've heard about this. Yeah.
Yeah, they were real popular. I've seen them play. They're funny. Should I give you an example how they played?
Sure.
Okay, the California Cuties at the bat, right? He hits the ball, and he hits it out second field, and he's running to first base. And they catch it outfield, and they throw it to first base, and they try to tag him out. The California Cutie guy, he pulls out a base out of his chest, and he puts it down. And the umpire says, safe.
It's almost like the Globetrotters, huh?
Yeah, they're funny as hell, yeah. Say safe. So now the California Cuties, they're playing the field, and there's another team playing. Okay, they hit the ball. So the guy's running from first base to second base, and this guy hits a ball way out in right field. So they can't get the ball back there fast enough. But one of the California Cuties, he pulls out a baseball out of his pocket and tags the guy out. The California Cuties here, Perry?
Yeah, it didn't show any baseball team. It just showed the orange.
The oranges?
Yeah, the oranges.
Well, it's a baseball team. They were in Lakewood and Bellflower. Look that up.
Okay. We'll look for you tomorrow morning. You guys have a good evening. K6 SYW.
Okay, I'll see you at 5:05 in the morning.
Roger.
You're the only one that gets up early. Yeah, while you're out here, tell Keith what time I talk to you in the morning, because he don't believe me.
Good evening, Keith. I usually get up around like 4 or 5 in the morning, so I kind of prayed, I guess, this morning, I guess around 5 o'clock.
Hear that, Keith?
Yeah, I typically get up around that time during work days, but I don't have time to get on the radio. All right.
And I'm still up from that night before at that time.
Okay, go ahead and feed your dogs. Go ahead.
Hey, Terry, do you copy NSXTL? Yes, I copy. I'm all right. Let me try to point the beam in your direction. Give me some chatter, Terry. Roger. Okay, now that's 100 watts.
So the two guys that are talking right now, I'll bring up a map. So it's like over here, all the way up to Lake Los Angeles. So that's a good 50-mile line of sight. And we have the San Gabriel Mountains right here in the way. Oops, I'm sorry. I thought this was on the screen.
Hey, Noel. This is Keith, WA6QXA, Long Beach. You're the loudest I've ever heard you.
Noel is out in Lake Los Angeles right up here. The other guy, Perry, I believe, is down in this area. Sorry. And it's got about a 50-mile top all the way over. Huge mountain range right here, about 8,000 feet that he's getting over. So that's a lot of dirt in the way.
Yeah, because he was the 605.
Anybody new to the channel, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to get up to 500 subscribers. Hopefully before the end of the year. We'll see, though. A couple more weeks. About 10 or so more weeks. I think I could do it.
Yeah, you sound great. Yeah, so
might even try to give away a door prize at that point. We'll see.
It's funny you say that. I did the same thing for my HF antenna. Put an extension on with a PVC pipe, and you know, to avoid the metal situation. It helped out quite a bit. But yeah, you're sounding good. No.
Thank you very much, Keith. I gotta go. I shall return at 6 p.m. I also want to grab another bowl of dinner, and I'll be right back.
WA6QXA, clear.
Yeah, Keith, I keep thinking about one on my channel. I got one of my wires close to some little metal up there on my chimney. And what I should do up there tomorrow, I should add 2 feet of rope so it gets 2 feet away from my chimney, which I got all metal on the top. Maybe that's a problem.
You never know until you experiment.
Yeah, I'm just start thinking about that right now.
Yeah, you know, it's worth a try.
Yeah, this metal is not grounded anything. Of course, it's through my chimney. It's not electrically grounded, but it could be still grounded, you know. So maybe I should go up there and put a rope on it and get it 2 feet away from the chimney. I'm just thinking about it right now. It would be easy done. I could do that in about 5 minutes. But I'm just thinking about it.
Yeah, my next move is I got to take the TV. I have an old TV antenna on the chimney. It's got chimney straps, you know, and I got to get that off of there because that might be affecting mine too. It's probably 12, 15 feet away, but talking to Alex, it still could be affecting it, so I want to get rid of that thing.
Yeah.
Hey, you could put up another antenna there.
It could, but I would get rid of the metal.
Go up above.
I could put a fiberglass, you know, mass.
I just wonder what's better. I should ask Alex. I hope Alex is still around. Alex, are you still around for this question? Okay, PVC pipe, Schedule 80, versus that PVC conduit you can buy.
Well, I don't know, but sometimes it depends on the conduit when you buy it. It's kind of thin and flimsy, though.
Yeah, but see, you know, they make that electrical conduit. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know. One is it's got a belt in on it, doesn't it?
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. The only stuff I've seen that I've handled is kind of flimsy to the Schedule 80 plumbing side.
So you think I'm better to go with the Schedule 80 plumbing?
Yeah.
Next question, don't they make Schedule 160 plumbing?
Yeah, so let me show you. Let's bring up Curtis's location here. AJ60, the voice of Apple Valley. Oops. He lives in a kind of a unique area here, which I'm going to bring up. So he's in Apple Valley. There is a pass called the Cajon Pass. So his signals, if you take a look, are like line of sight. Basically, they bounce around that canyon there. And I'm right here where this little hand is. Keith is right here. WA6QXA. KN6OS is just right here, just 5 miles away from him. Alex is right here. N6JJI. So it's like a perfect line of sight through this canyon. Now, Curtis, sometimes I have heard Curtis in downtown Los Angeles, which is even, right behind this mountain range here, called the San Gabriel Mountains. And I'm getting a text from my buddy David. On 146,520. So it's definitely possible. I was I was on a hilltop. Actually, I was over my work QTH over at Dodger Stadium. For those of you that don't know, Dodger Stadium's built into a hill up above downtown Los Angeles. So I did have some altitude, but not nearly enough to get over the hill, like over the hill, over the mountains. It was probably, I think, like 600 feet. I think that's how high that hill is. It's called Chavez Ravine. Check it out. But I've definitely made some contacts with him up there. I've also made contacts up at Dodger Stadium all the way down to the Mexican border south of San Diego, right by Tijuana right here. And that's a good 125-mile trip. So Dodger Stadium has some really good range. It's not really up that high either. And there's a lot of terrain in the way. So Southern California is very unique for amateur radio. We have a lot of hilltops that have repeaters on them. And it's hard to get around those hilltops. Analog, simplex. There's one right here called Santiago. Pleasance Peak is right here. Actually, Santiago's a little closer down to here. Pleasance Peak is right here. Sunset Ridge. There is Mount Wilson. Contractor's Peak is up here. Mount Lukens is right over here somewhere. I don't know the exact location. The Santa Monica Mountains, right between Malibu and Santa Monica. There's a group of we call them mountain range, but high hills. And Palos Verdes, down over this area, there's a group of repeaters. There's also like a smaller group of repeaters out over this way on Box Springs Mountain. I think there's a couple up there, as well as in Running Springs and Keller Peak. So very interesting area for ham radio. Can get a lot of coverage, and there's a couple different systems, clubs that have full linkability between all those hilltops on their network. One of them is called the Papa System. They have about, I think on analog, they have about 20 different repeaters linked together over Southern California, stretching all the way up to Central California. And now they just got one in Needles, which is on the, they're on the corner of Arizona and Nevada. And I think they're linked by microwave and not through the internet. They also have DStar repeaters as well that are on a number of those hilltops that are linked together. I think they have 11 different repeaters on those hilltops. So, no mountains in Florida. you get an antenna on your house, and you can go for a long ways. So yeah, Southern California is very unique in that aspect as far as mountain ranges. Curtis must be on his vertical. When Curtis AJ60 goes on his beam, it's pointed down the Cajon Pass, which is south of me. The Cajon Pass is actually north of me, but he's pointed due south almost. And I can't hear him. Right now he's on his vertical. I could tell the difference.
Page, if I remember, I know I put it up there. I think it's still there.
Oh, I bet you have some good conditions there. Once in a while, some of the guys, they'll point their beams over to Hawaii on 2-meter sideband, and they've made some contacts over the years. They haven't recently, but definitely Hawaii is an interesting place, being in the middle of the ocean with Tropo.
Like a Boy Scout contest going on. I don't know what the technical name was, but I made a couple contacts.
I can only imagine with Florida, with all that humidity in the air and the thunderstorms and stuff like that. I wonder if you guys can, hop across the Gulf of Mexico on 2-meter. Is that possible? With the proper equipment. Yeah, it hasn't happened in recent times. We're actually the beacon frequency for Hawaii is on 144.255, I believe, or 260. I can't remember. So usually there's a beacon in Hilo, Hawaii, I believe. Don't quote me, but I think it's on the Big Island. 900 miles to Texas. That's a pretty good shot.
Yeah, you're 5'9" plus a little bit into the red, and I'm just.
They'll have a beacon they'll put up. They'll turn it on mid-June because that's when the conditions are the best here in California till end of September, and they'll point the beam to Southern California whenever that sucker's popped in there, and people can hear it here in Southern California. They'll be able to shoot the 2-meter. I remember back in the day, in the late 90s for CB, on upper sideband on channel 33, I made a couple of contacts to Australia and New Zealand. So, and they were coming in like these guys are right now, like S9. I remember I had conversation with them for over an hour, and nobody was on the band here locally, so I just chatted away. It was weird when they faded away. They just gone. Never heard them again.
That must have been fun putting up with that
at least those particular ones. And those guys were running verticals as well. So very interesting. And I was running a vertical.
So is there anything else on the other side of the arm, or is it just sticking out off the one side?
Sticking it off the one side.
Okay, well that works. Yeah, my antenna, I knew that was going to be a problem, and I didn't. So I used PVC pipe, which is RF transparent, so I didn't have that problem. But if I didn't use PVC, I would have no choice but to do it how you did it.
Roger, roger.
So what microphone are you using right now, Noel?
Just the hand mic on this one.
Okay. I know you have an RE320 too that you were thinking about putting on there. So fantastic. And didn't you get another radio too, like a FT101 or something?
I have an FT101DX and let's see. The Roger 700 and 991, and I had to get rid of the FTDX 3000 because there's no room for it. But yeah, I'm loaded up with radios. That's funny.
Yeah, that's the 101 is a really nice radio. I wish I had one, but I don't. unless Uncle Sam decides to give me a $3,000 or $4,000 stimulus check, then I might consider it.
Tropical all the way on 2 meter from New Zealand and Australia. Oh, wow. That's a long trip across the ocean. It's like a 15-hour flight for me, almost 16. It's a good 5,000 miles away, I believe.
Wow, sounds like a pretty nice guy. You know,
those two guys are actually in the Apple Valley, or sorry, in the high desert and Mojave Desert, which is over the hill that I mentioned. We refer to as the hills. It's actually the San Gabriel Mountains. Mountains, not mountains.
Big beam antennas, and he's got 3 or 4 of the most expensive.
I might move over to DStar here.
Radio, and I
Reflector 30 Charlie looks very quiet right now.
Okay, I'm gonna go now. And he said,
somebody from Japan was in
I
there.
don't like to talk on the radio.
JA2SYJ.
Nice equipment. He doesn't like to talk on the radio. Isn't that amazing?
He's also. No, he wasn't. I'm also looking at Reflector 12.
I don't know. He must have had a really good job because he had hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Let's go, Brandon.
Radio equipment there, and he just doesn't like to talk on the radio.
So I might jump on Reflector 12.
In the military, in the Air Force, he was a radio operator and an air traffic controller. And when I was growing up, my dad hated to talk on the telephone. I mean, and I couldn't figure it out. Wait a minute, you talk on radio all day long, and you don't want to
South
talk on
America
the
to
phone?
Africa, yeah, that's a trip too. Across the Atlantic. I also see that 9 people are watching. I guess Curtis is watching. Do a little roll call on, if you guys like, on the chat. Jump in, say hi.
Please hold for a
Tell us where you're from. Or at least say hi. I'd like to see who's out there watching. Curtis AJ60, I'm putting him down.
Take a standby.
Hey, Curtis, you got a copy? K6EGG. That's a heck of a call for somebody on ham radio, isn't it?
It is. I tell you what, I will never forget Noel's name.
Yep, that's 100%, because it's there.
Of course, it's getting near Christmas, so maybe it's going to start being Noel.
I hope I didn't scare anybody away. I saw a couple people drop off. Jump in, say hi. Just wondering where you're from. This is Greg, K6EGG, here in the city of Chino, 40 miles east of Los Angeles, California.
Yeah, well, my family used to call me Curdy Wordy, and that's kind of dumb. But now I told somebody about that, and now they call me Curdy Wordy. I should have never told them.
My family used to call me Greggy. And I absolutely hate Greggy.
Hey, Freddie.
Yeah. Yo.
Just I wanted to see if you're still out there, Freddie.
I'm running with the bathroom now. K6 West.
Somebody is in from Winter Park, not too far away from you. Not exactly close there, Frank.
So I guess nobody... Keith, are you still out there?
No.
Guess nobody is interested for a meetup.
I'm interested. I'm game.
How's the 30th work for you? I think Gabe said that both those 2 days were good, decent for him.
That's 2 weeks from, excuse me, 2 weeks from today. I think it's fine. It'd be like a late morning type of thing.
I think so, yes. Yeah, because November 6th, I don't have plans at the moment, but I was thinking about going to a barbecue contest out in the Imperial Valley out by Palm Desert.
So would it be like meet at a restaurant for breakfast or meet at a park and whatever? What's the game plan?
Whatever the consensus is, I think one of the guys, he doesn't have a 2-meter radio, but he listens to us all the time, or at least a 2-meter sideband radio. He was on DStar last night. I can't keep spacing on his name. Tom. I guess him and Gabe talk a lot, and they're both interested in meeting up, so they want to put some names to faces and stuff like that. He did mention Fullerton Airport, but on a Saturday morning, I'm sure it'll be pretty busy. But I'm game for whatever the consensus is. And Curtis, you're definitely invited as well as Noel.
Tom, I've talked to Tom.
Okay,
He's a good guy.
I don't know. I'm retired. I don't know what's going to happen. I got to ask my wife, okay, what am I going to do today? And she's got to tell me because I don't like to plan things out because usually when you do, things change. So I just do what I'm told. But I will remember, the 30th of this month?
Tentatively, yes. And you've talked to him, Keith? Was he on sideband?
FM. He's like, I think he lives in, where does he live? Westminster, maybe, if I'm not mistaken, in, Gabe's his Elmer.
I've got to meet up on the 31st at Fullerton Airport. It's a little too far for me to go.
Copy that. Yeah, it's a drive for you. I know W6GLA has mentioned like a high desert type of meetup, so maybe we could do that another time. I don't mind driving up that way. I kind of did on my own the other day for fun. So, yeah, so it's definitely a possibility out there.
It'd be kind of cool and cash if we just met up at a park. You know, sometimes when you're at a restaurant, there's a big group of guys. You only get to talk to 2 people.
I agree with you on that 100%, and I think I've actually mentioned that myself in about a month ago. I think we're all chatting, if we recall.
I don't recall, but yeah, that's how I feel. I mean, if there's only 4 people at the restaurant, it doesn't matter. But like, if there's a group of 8, 10 guys, you only get to talk to 2 people. What's the point? So the weather's still good. We should just meet at some park.
Yeah, when we met up the other day, or not the other day, when we met up at Fullerton Airport, I didn't get to talk to Don at all. So it kind of bummed me out. DUO. The other reason why I mentioned the park too is, if people are, COVID and stuff like that. I understand some of the guys don't go out to eat and stuff, and I totally get that. So that would be a good opportunity to hang out outside and still be able to chat.
That's a good point. And the radios, too, for that matter. They can have the radios if they want. It doesn't bother anybody. Go, break. What's the name? Hey, Tom. Keith here, WA6QXA, Long Beach. Where are you located? Okay, I think we've talked before. You're making the grade down here in Long Beach, so good job, Tom. Greg, you getting a copy of Santa Clarita, Tom?
Negative copy in Santa Clarita. Tom, do you hear me? This is Greg, K6EGG, City of Chino, 40 miles east of Los Angeles.
You guys doubled.
So I got it?
He's coming back, Greg. He says he can't hear you either.
Well, that's unfortunate. Don't forget to tell him about YouTube.
Hey, Tom, Greg is over in Chino, and he runs a live stream on YouTube. If you type in his name on YouTube, K6EGG, you can, like, listen to your own station and everything and hear what's going on if you wanted to. Yeah, not a problem. And I wonder who else can hear you. Hey, Fred, can you hear Tom out there? Oh, that's right. He went to the bathroom. Anybody else hear Tom out there in Santa Clarita? I don't know. I guess I'm the lucky one, Tom. All right, Tom, thanks for coming in. Come back anytime. WA6QXA on this side.
I could hear him. No signal. I could hear him.
Why didn't you guys say hi to him then? Bunch of socias.
I'm working on the computer. I'm reading email.
You're talking to me.
I say we have the gathering at your house.
No, not my house.
I'll give out the address on the air and on YouTube.
We're going to do it at a park. Will you go, Dave?
Yeah, I'll go if I'm free. Let's do it at your house.
No, not my house. My wife won't allow it. Happy wife, happy life. You know that saying.
How about El Dorado?
I'm game. If everybody else is, you know, other people have to travel a lot further than me, but whatever will make it fair to anybody and everybody, I'm game. But I think a park is the best way to go.
Does Chino have a park?
That's kind of a long drive for you guys. I don't mind going down that direction. Maybe like Anaheim or something, like kind of meet in the middle, or Brea or something like that.
All right, when you figure it out, let me know. I just drove 710 miles.
Where'd you go?
Park City, Utah.
Oh, that's right. You were telling me about that. That's right. Was it snowing?
Snowed the day after I left.
Was there already snow up there where you didn't ski or anything?
No, there was zero snow.
Do you ski?
No. Too dangerous for me at my age.
Yeah, I haven't skied since I was in my early 30s. To be honest with you, I don't like the sport.
I hate anything that has to do with cold.
Roger, I don't like being cold.
You guys have a lot of dislikes.
Including you.
Well, okay.
Just teasing.
Say hi to Ivan, watching over in South Korea right now. I talked to him on Reflector 1 Charlie a little while ago. His call is, I can't find it anymore, HL5BBD.
Ivan. And by the way, Dave, I like my FTDX10. I actually love it.
Yeah, I still think I'm going to pick one up. But I have a bigger model, the FT101.
I told Fred I might sell my 991 Alpha, and he got mad at me.
Why'd you get mad?
That's a great radio. Why are you getting rid of it? I said, man, I just got too many radios laying around, you know.
Yeah, I understand. I just picked up the 101D, and now I'm going to get rid of the DX3000. Because I have an IC-7300, a 991, and of course
Got the noise blinker back on there. Got some static coming in from something in my house.
Yeah, it's a nice radio. Yeah, Fred still, wins the game with that. He's got so many radios laying around, it's not even funny. I've seen them.
I couldn't even tell you what the ocean temperature here is anymore, but I think it's in the 50s.
He's got one.
Doesn't get up too warm. It gets a little warm in September, but then you have the riptides here in Southern California, so you can't really go out too far.
He's been doing it for 40 years. He doesn't sell anything.
There's a guy who's been featured in ARRL, QRZ, all those ham periodicals. He has a whole barn, and it's literally stacked ceiling, floor to ceiling with radio, every kind of radio known to man. I think he was near passing, and they were looking for something to do with it.
That's crazy, huh? So, Greg, you gonna keep track of who have some possibilities of the people who are coming? I bet you Don will come.
I guess I don't know. I don't want to be the leader of it. I just want everybody to be a part of it, so everybody can have a say so. I don't think I mentioned it to Don yet. We just started talking about it last night. I mean, we were kind of chatting about it about a month ago, and I think he was interested. So I would love to have him come.
Why don't you want to be a leader?
I like to lead from behind.
Right? Lead from behind. You're the man.
So I'm sure Fred will come unless he's doing a gig. Dave's gonna go, Don will go, you'll go, Gabe will go, I will go. Hopefully Andy can go before he has to leave.
What kind of gig is Fred doing?
Funeral or something, I don't remember, or something like that. Doing a DJ gig.
Fred's a DJ?
He does DJ on the side. He's got some good equipment, actually.
Does he do the...
I don't know, you have to ask him that one. To be honest with you.
What's his name as the DJ? Fred the Savage DJ? Yeah, that's called a scratch. Where is Fred?
He's drinking coffee and urinating.
Hey, Alex, would you go?
Where, when, how? Depends on what time.
Tentatively October 30th. Unless we don't want Fred to go, then we'll do it November 6th. And time, I don't know, probably late morning, and we'll probably do it at a park.
What's late morning? I gotta get Mom up by 12:30. Breakfast for her, get a tea home. I'm usually free in the afternoon, somebody can
All right, well, hopefully maybe you can work it out. We'll see what happens.
Bring Mom with you, more the merrier. Well, when are you going to be around your house? Stuff like pretty much all next week. Okay, we'll try to shoot next week. I check the numbers
Hey all, thanks for watching. Anybody new to the channel, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Got Frank in there watching from Tampa, Florida, or St. Pete, can't remember. I think it's Tampa. Used to be a good place to go to there called Mons Venus. It was right by the stadium there, the old football stadium. Frank, you know what I'm talking about?
that all about? You got problems with security? I never. Well, everybody in the state has it, but I don't know anything about it related to paramedic service. Everybody has what? The charge? Prop 13. I thought that was the Howard Jarvis tax law.
Maybe you can Google it. I don't want to say it on here.
Get reassessed in the state of what they were from first bought, unless you bought every.
Mons Venus. World famous, probably. All right, this sounds like it's starting to get political. You got doubling.
I have Prop 13 and they charge me anyway. That's the whole idea. That's why they charge you. Tons of bitches. Yeah, you better believe it.
Because you refinance your house.
First responder fee, ambulance fee, taxes, and a C spine collar was like $300. Like, come on. I know.
Mons with an N. M-O-N-S. Venus. I used to spend I wouldn't say a lot of time. I used to go to Florida quite often. Tampa every once in a while. Mainly Orlando a lot, and Miami a ton. Daytona a handful of times. But I'd say Miami the most, unfortunately. And I actually brought my wife down there. You're like, oh, now you figured it out.
The government works in mysterious ways.
Yeah.
I just say, hey, it was nice. You didn't transport me. Charge him. Well, that can't go by that.
Trying to keep it clean, but
Transporting your dad.
most of the locals actually don't know about it. It's just the people that travel in, I think. I stayed at the Intercontinental Hotel right by the airport in Tampa as well. Or actually, it's not too far away. I think there was like a P.F. Chang's in a mall across the street. I haven't been there for ages. At the Mons place.
I'll let you know Monday for sure.
You going over to look at this museum of his farm antenna?
Well, I'm going to see what he's got. I don't know if he wants help. Anyway, I had somebody here that's he's got about 30 of them. We went through all of them. God, I didn't know that what's coming up out here was that to the next one top of the place. You have 30 antique radios? Something like that, yeah.
I can't hear those two guys very well.
By the way, the Dodgers lost.
I care.
They lost game 1.
They lost. They blew a play on the top of the 9th inning, which could have probably cashed in a run. But yeah, they lost.
They're getting back at them for the umpire's stupidity the other night.
Yeah, I'm a Dodger fan. That was a seriously bad call.
They really, really need to do something about the umpires. Those types of games shouldn't be won and lost by an umpire's call.
Well, they're going electronic strike zone, I believe, next year, the year after. They're going to the CBA for the baseball players, I think, this winter. So that might be causing some work stoppages too.
And hopefully they'll add that type of play to the instant review.
Info?
Go ahead, info.
Yeah, that umpire that called the strike, I guess they interviewed him on the news, and he said that he thought the player, the batter, it looked like he was doing a check swing, but he said from his angle, the guy went all the way around. That's why he called it a strike.
Well, then he shouldn't be calling him then. Of course that's what he's going to say. He's not going to say he screwed up, but that's all the more reason why they should be reviewable.
Yeah, I agree with that too. Might as well. If you got the technology, why not use it?
Yeah, especially the balls and strikes. I can't believe how bad they can be. And I assume the technology is foolproof as it can be. I don't know how it works. You see the stuff they put up on the screen, and it looks pretty accurate if it's in fact based upon instruments they have on the field.
Yeah, and it's the same way with boxing too. They have the technology to be able to referee a fight better than the actual referee.
Greg, are you sure they're going to what will the behind the plate umpire do then?
I think they're just going to go to like a replay version of it, or it's judgment calls, and it's part of the CBA that they're going to be discussing, as far as I know, this coming winter.
Yeah, it'll slow the game down that much further.
Cool. I guess you should either go fully automated or get rid of it all. Just let it be a human nature deal, right?
I would agree with you on that, and it's going to slow down the game as well, something Keith just mentioned.
They've gotten them pretty sped up this year, I think. 30 seconds between batters. Did you by chance watch the Dodger game tonight?
I watched parts of it. No, the big baseball games have been super long this year. They're averaging 3.5 to 4 hours for Angels.
That's been the last several years. They've done a couple things, in my opinion. Anyway, maybe it was a Houston Red Sox game where a pitcher came in the second inning. They gave him like 25 minutes to warm up. I've never seen that before.
How many pitches was that?
They went to commercial 3 different times. Players were all sitting around. It was really weird. The umpire stood up in front of second base watching them pitch. I don't understand why they did that.
I thought they got a limited amount, like maybe 10 pitches.
Unless the guy gets hurt.
Well, that happened. The prior pitcher did get hurt.
They
need to warm up ahead of time.
If the prior pitcher gets hurt, he can warm up for 30 minutes if he wants to.
Okay, that explains it then, because he easily warmed up for 20 minutes and not more.
So, Dave, who were the starting pitchers for the Dodgers?
Some guy that looked funny, like a porn star with a mustache. I don't know his name. I think it might have been Smith.
For the Dodgers?
Yeah, I don't recognize him.
I mean, I'm looking right now, like, Smith was the winning pitcher for the other team, for Atlanta.
Yeah, I don't know, to be honest. I don't really pay attention to the pitchers that come and go so much. No, it wasn't Kershaw.
Kershaw's done.
Toast.
Oh, is he injured?
Yeah, he hurt his back.
Pujols had a chance to put him ahead, but slide out, and the reason the Angels got rid of him.
Yeah, he might need to be retiring.
Yeah, I think he will. He can't run very well. Batting average has tanked a lot last year. But the dude just does. The guy's one of the best batters ever.
But Father Time, you know, it happens to all of us.
Except for the GOAT.
Greg, do you know who started tonight?
I actually missed the first part of the game. I was watching the Houston game, and I overslept this afternoon. I slept for like 4 hours today.
Google.
Dave, is the Angels going to be any good next year?
Oh, God, I don't know. They need some pitching, but I heard in the supplemental draft they drafted a lot of pitchers, so hopefully Otani's going to bail if they don't.
They destroyed their farm club when they traded all those guys for a couple people, and I can't remember who it was. They traded them for picks and stuff. Stallman, like, made that farm club, you know, he brought in, like, Trout and all those guys into the system, and now that the system is junk.
Did you see on the news today that story on the minor leagues and how poorly the players are treated? They pay them $14,000 a year. They have to sleep in their cars. They're just treated like crap, I guess.
Oh, yeah, my buddy was in the farm system for the Royals up in Michigan for, I don't know, 10 years or something like that. He had to have a side job working in Home Depot. He'd work at Home Depot in the morning till like noon and then play the baseball game at night.
Did he ever make it to the bigs?
He was in single A for a number of years, and I think he made it into triple A one year, and then he got hurt or something, and he got toast. But somebody he played with made it all the way to the bigs. In fact, he's in the Royals Hall of Fame now, Mike Sweeney, and I actually went to high school with him, too.
One of my friends who was a Seal Beach cop played for the Royals, minor league. And I don't think I'm not sure if he ever made it to the majors, but he played in their farm club for a while. He was a starting pitcher for USC for a while when he went to college. And then another guy, Paul Cerna, the cop with us, he played for the Mariners for 2 years.
And he was on your department?
They both were. Craig Jones for Kansas City and Paul Cerna for the Mariners.
I'm looking at who pitched. They went through 8 pitchers, and the starting pitcher only made it 1 inning.
Tonight's game?
If I'm reading this thing correctly, yeah.
Wow, maybe so. Yeah, because it was the first inning, I think they scored the 2 runs.
I mean, that links into the game, too, having 8 pitchers on just one team.
Yeah, that's why I can't ever remember who the pitchers are. They go through them so fast.
Yeah, I never understood that in the analytics, and I've asked a couple of announcers that, and it's like, oh, well, this guy against this guy is better, and, you know, I'm like, well, what about the rest of the team that got struck out twice? You know, I don't understand that.
Part of it's the pitch count and how many balls they throw. You don't want to wear them out, but big pussies, come on, suck it up.
I know you'll have a pitcher, he's dealing, and they'll pull him because of analytics. It's like nuts.
Everybody's trying to play money ball. That only worked once.
They're killing it. Let them kill it.
Right.
Somebody's hot. Let him be hot. You know, don't pull him because he's got 90 pitchers, and the last time he had 90 pitches, he gave up a home run, you know. But, you know, he struck out 10 already, so maybe he still got it.
They don't pull quarterbacks in the third and fourth quarter because they got too many hits.
That's a good point.
They're not throwing nearly as much, though.
They should just have replace the pitcher with a pitching machine.
Yeah, baseball's going to have to do something because the younger crowd is not watching it. Some changes are going to need to be made, especially on those calls that, you know, we saw the other night. Both sides agreed that something's got to change, except the umpire that made the call.
That wasn't even a close call. It wasn't even close.
No, I was like, oh, they called that a strike? Oh, wait, that's the last strike? It's the end of the game? What? Really?
Like the umpire decided who won. I would have called it, even if he swung, I'd have called it a check, just to not be the deciding factor in the game.
I think the Dodgers would even agree on that call.
They did, a lot of them did. After the game they were saying, yeah, well, it is what it is. But they are the victims themselves of bad calls many times. Yeah, everybody gets it. How about the Eagles-Buccaneers game where they called a 15-yard penalty for unsportsmanlike conduct? That guy who just stood up.
I don't know. I don't watch any football at all.
So the Dodgers only had, what, 1 day of rest?
Yes, and it was a travel day.
Oh, wow.
I know, but for the World Series, it seems like you'd get a hair more time between games.
Well, they're not in the World Series yet.
This isn't the World Series right now?
No, they're playing for the National League pennant, and the Red Sox and the Astros are playing for the American League.
Oh, so is this just a 5-game series?
I believe so, and the World Series is 7.
It's a 7.
Twin 7?
Affirmative.
But just the first series was 5, right? And then they go 7-7?
Yep, 7-7. I think it goes 2-3-2. So they have 2 at Atlanta, 3 at Dodgers, and back for 2 in Atlanta.
You working any of them?
No, I'm kind of taking some time off.
Think the Dodgers will pull it off again?
I didn't think they were going to make it this far.
That ump must have been paid off then.
I was surprised they got through St. Louis.
That was a 9th inning walk-off, wasn't it?
I can't remember that far back.
I think was it Bellinger hit he scored the winning run at Dodger Stadium in the 9th inning. Tied, I believe.
Actually, you're correct. Now I remember it was.
I watched my first game the other night when they won on that bad call. That was my first game all year. I was surprised how many players are new compared to the previous year.
The Dodgers they're pretty much core of same players from last year. The Doyers.
Well, whatever. I didn't recognize several of them.
Turner, Kershaw, Mookie, Bellinger, Roberts. Yeah, they got a couple new ones. For the most part, they're core group.
I mean, is there another Turner? Like, who's he?
I'm not sure.
He played the other night, if I'm not mistaken. Didn't know who he was. Is he his brother?
From another mother.
Didn't have red hair.
He doesn't necessarily have to be a ginger to be his brother. I tell you what, Justin Turner is super nice. I haven't seen him in a while, but I've done interviews with him. He is a really nice dude.
Mayfair High School, Bellflower.
Shortstop.
I'm so happy for him. For years and years and years, he got thrown from one team to the next, got paid to nothing. So I'm glad for his success.
Trey Turner and Justin Turner, shortstop and third base.
But I don't think Trey Turner played shortstop. Maybe he just pinch hit. I don't know. Because they got that stud playing shortstop, right?
No, I don't play shortstop.
So, Dave, would you be up for a meetup there on October 30th? I didn't quite hear if you were interested.
Yeah, definitely. Just let me know what time and where.
That is still yet to be determined.
Colorado Park, though.
Where is that at?
About a half a mile from David, my house.
Well, people want that. I'm down for it. It's a little further for me, but a lot of you guys are all close together.
Well, I know Fred Cerritos, Don Cerritos, Gabe Cypress, Dave, Long Beach. So I don't know, maybe it's something to consider.
We might want to have a backup plan in case for weather.
following week.
I don't know. I might be going out to Palm Desert that weekend. I'm not sure.
What, the 6th?
Yes. Maybe we can all meet at Forest Lawn in Cypress.
Too morbid.
Come on, man. People are dying to get in there.
Good one. Put him bomb. Sure.
My mother used to do things like that when we were kids. She'd drive us in her old Ford and go over to a cemetery and we'd have a picnic over.
A picnic at the cemetery?
Yeah.
Is he in a specific grave or anything?
What happened?
Were you having the picnic visiting a particular grave?
No, she was just sitting around. She did things like that when we were kids. Her Halloween is her favorite time of year, and I think she said there was when we said her fixing it up, setting up all the witches she has in her window.
Yeah, it's pretty spooky.
Yeah, I'm going to send you a video of a couple of girls right now. They're called the Heartstones, but I'm going to send you.
I think you sent me one about it before.
Oh, really? You already know about that?
I'm just remembering something that you sent me before, that there was these twins. One plays guitar, right?
No, they play harp.
Harp. Do they sing too?
Yeah, but they're beautiful. The Nordic girls.
Yeah, I mean, go ahead and send it to me, but I remember something seems something like the same thing.
Okay, I don't know. We'll look them up sometime and we'll send me another one. I used to talk to them back and forth on the internet, a few years back.
Roger.
Huh?
For those of you watching on YouTube, that is the Soyuz capsule just landing right now in Kazakhstan, or whatever, how you pronounce it.
Okay. Is that better? I'm like
helicopter's right on top of it. I guess they're filming a movie up there on the International Space Station.
What about baseball? What, the conversation of baseball? I think we're just shooting the bull, yeah. Nothing important. Bring up a new topic.
God is coming.
Let's go, Brandon.
How many more flu shots are you going to get? Ask you, Biden. That was great with all these stadiums. People got it for said after you to Biden.
Hey, Keith, one of the guys I was talking on DStar with, his message said, "Let's go, Brandon," on it.
That's pretty good.
A cryptic message. In fact, I think I'm going to head over to DStar for a few minutes and then head into bed, hopefully. I probably won't be able to sleep at all because I slept 4 hours this afternoon.
You mean you took a 4-hour nap?
Yeah, I'm on some medication. I can't take my Ambien that I've taken the last 10 years, so I'm like staying up all night and sleeping during the day.
Oh, crazy. All right. Well, good talking to you.
Good talking to you, Dave. Alex, Noel, still out there. I think Fred's probably not there anymore, and the sandbagger Curtis is out there. Yeah, just spread the word about the 30th of October and see if you can pick people's brains about where a good place to meet. But the park seems pretty decent, although the weather will start going south right about then. Maybe we can bring some food real quick or whatever, just for our BYOB, whatever, some food.
No,
Noel. I'll continue the hack, and I apologize in the future. Somebody else in there?
Sounds good, Greg. Yeah, we'll put it together. I guess anybody's invited that talks on the radio, right?
Yeah, maybe we'll get an email list together or something. I don't know. We'll see. For the people that aren't on the radio, could send it out to Ward that pops on every once in a while. I'd love to meet up with him as well.
For sure. We got to get him on the list. He'll come if he's available, I spoke to him just yesterday, so yeah, I'll let him know.
Rob as well.
Cool if Rob would show up.
Denny and Tony, Andy, you guys that are on the radio already, maybe Dale, ZGR, probably John, KG6USS is too far away.
What's happened to Dan, the guy in Huntington Beach? I haven't heard him for a few weeks.
I haven't either.
I mean, he'd be one. There's that guy Joe in Huntington Beach, too.
Yeah, Joe.
And what about, what's his name up there at 60591? Phil? No, not Phil. He talks to Noel and Frank and Fred early in the morning. No. The guy he lives out here in, I guess, Cerritos by the 91. He was talking to you a little earlier. 91 and the 91 and the 605 freeway.
Was that Perry at K6SYW?
Perry, right, Perry.
Oh yeah, he was just on here.
I think that's the first time I've talked to him.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. He does around 40 meters, 75 over here.
All right, yeah, that's a couple names. I'll made it a little mental note, and I made a little notepad note of that. Maybe we can get a hold of those guys on email or something, or I'll put everybody on an email list. I don't know how people feel about that. I know some people don't like reply to all. So anyways, you guys take care. I'm going to move over to DStar, but I'm still going to be on YouTube. This is Greg, K6EGG.
We'll talk to you later. WA6QXA.
All right, so I'm going to head over to DStar. Reflector 30. So if anybody's watching outside the area and has DStar capabilities, I'm on Reflector 30 at this point in time. I might be changing it, though.
This is Greg, K6EGG, monitoring Reflector 30. In the city of Chino, 40 miles east of Los Angeles, California, and also on YouTube streaming. If you type in my call letters, K6EGG, that call is K6EGG. Love to chat with you if anybody's out on, I wouldn't say frequency, but the reflector.
Wow. Not too much of happenings out here. I'm going to go to Reflector 12.
Good evening, or good morning, I guess. At least 20 till here. Greg, KF0DRB, returning.
Hey there, Jerry. How are you doing this evening, I believe, still for you? You're in the central time zone, so we still got another, 20 minutes, you said, right?
Yep, Roger. Here in South Central Iowa. And, yeah, still got about another 15 minutes or so left.
Once again, loving the message on there. I was just on 2 meter sideband. I don't know if you were watching on YouTube. I mentioned, I didn't say by name or call letters, but I mentioned I talked to somebody with a great message on their DStar message. So it's great to hear you again.
Yeah, likewise. I forgot I still got that turned on. But yeah, yeah, the sideband thing. I kind of want to try to get into that. I think we spoke about that the other night, of course. But yeah, I heard you come across here, so figured I'd stop in and say hello, and I'll send it back to you. I'm gonna jump off the radio here in a little bit, but like I said, I heard you call, so figured I'd go ahead and return for another contact, Greg. So good to catch you back on 30 Charlie. Back to you, sir. KF0DRB.
Copy that. Yeah, I don't know if you're watching YouTube tonight, but there was I got on. Let me reset here. Sorry, my foot fell off my pedal, or was going to. Yeah, there was a bunch of us on 144.250. I started out on DStar, and I was able to talk to a couple people. One person in South Korea and another in Hong Kong. And then I moved over to sideband. There was probably about 10 or so of them, 10 of us on there. We're actually planning on a get-together here in the next couple weeks, hopefully on the 30th. But yeah, it is nice to have a bunch of people out there talking simplex, just like old school time. So, all right, man, you guys have a good evening. I know you're getting out of there. Probably gonna get into bed here shortly because it's quarter till midnight where you're at. So, nice chatting with you again there, Jerry. This is Greg, K6EGG on Reflector 30 Charlie, and also on YouTube if you type in my call letters, K6EGG.
All right, Greg, 73 again, and we'll catch you later on down the log. Good luck and have fun.
Thank you, sir.
All right, for those of you watching on YouTube, where should I go? Should I go to Reflector 12 real quick? See, that's my local reflector area. Let's do that. And then I'll go to Reflector 1. Oops.
Link to REF012 Alpha.
A couple of different ways I do that. One through the radio, then my dashboard as well. I kind of like doing it through the radio because I'm trying to talk on a ham radio, not my computer, even though I'm going through the internet. So,
this is Greg, K6EGG, monitoring Reflector 12A here in Southern California through my hotspot. And I think I'm on the Papa system reflector. So, anybody out there by chance? This is Greg. K6EGG, also on YouTube if you type in my call letters, K6EGG in the search engine.
I didn't think anybody was going to call back on that one. Reflector 1 I go. I think.
N3EPA.
Go for the lurker.
N3EPA.
Unfortunately, it sounds like you've been not in a good spot for your hotspot there. I saw that you checked in there, but I can't. You dropped out. This is K6EGG for N3EPA out there on the road somewhere.
I'll try one more time.
Ray, I got a piece of you there that time. I heard you say, "I'll try one more time," and then it dropped. So give it a second try to see if I got you in there. I'd love to chat with you. All right. Unfortunately, Ray, N3EPA, the lurker, and then it's a self nickname, kind of, sort of, is not making a trip. So I'm probably going to change reflectors here shortly unless he can come back here. This is Greg, K6EGG on the Papa system through reflector 12 on my hotspot here in the city of Chino. Ray is listening right now on YouTube. He is going to reset his hotspot and try again. So I'm going to wait for him here. So this is Greg, K6EGG monitoring reflector 12 alpha on my Amazon DStar hotspot here. Standing by.
And I'm listening on the stream or watching the chat on the stream. Love to chat with you. Jump in there, say hi. I would have left if Ray didn't jump in there and said he was resetting his hotspot. So I'd love to chat with you. Jump in there, say hi. This is Greg, K6EGG. Anybody new to the channel, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below. I come on 2 or 3 days a week. Normally I'm chatting on 144 250 upper sideband, my local group of people here in Southern California. Just lately I've been kind of messing with DStar. I got a DStar hotspot from Amazon. It was approximately like $109 or something like that. Loved it so much here in the shack that I got a second one for my mobile Chevy Volt downstairs. So love to hear from you. I'm probably going to call it here in a little bit, but if Ray doesn't end up working, I'm going to probably go to reflector 1 Charlie. So I got a couple more people in there watching, so they just popped in here. This is Greg, K6EGG. You're listening to reflector 12 alpha.
Okay, we'll try it again. N3EPA.
And I was waiting for him right there.
N3EPA, K6EGG, I hear you loud and clear. I'm glad I waited and saw you in the chat there.
It's been a terrible 2 days. I'm just now getting out of Salinas. 25 hours to get loaded.
Oh, what was the issue there?
Taylor Farms, the cooler up here, they're real bad. Known for holding drivers up. Yeah, I was waiting on 72 cases of celery for about 25 hours.
What were you doing for that entire 25 hours? Waiting in line or something?
Well, they got a holding area. It's a big dirt lot. I just sat there and waited. I didn't want to get involved in too much because don't know when I'm going to go over to the door or finally get finished. But yeah, it's been a rough 2 days there.
Yeah, I see that you're only 268 miles away. Where are you headed right now? What highway are you on?
101 North. I'll be going out over Donner Pass this time, out across 80.
Well, at least you're well rested. You can keep going. You can only go for 10 hours straight. 10 hours on, 10 hours off. Is that the way it goes, or longer?
Well, I have to take a half-hour break in the first 8 hours of driving, and I'm allowed to drive 11 hours a day, and I can't go over working 14 hours a day. There's a lot of rules to it, but I won't drive by like maybe 10 and a half hours.
Wow, I'm sorry. Are you coming back out to LA or California next week?
I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to have time to turn around on this one. I'm going to be late delivering it. They're probably going to have to reschedule it. But they'll get that all straightened out on Monday. And I'll have to go from there.
And just to let you know, if for some strange reason you're in California, Southern California, on October 30th, we're going to try to get together at a park somewhere, a bunch of the guys talking on sideband. So you're more than welcome to come if you're in the area. We haven't figured out exactly where.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good. I'll be listening, and I'll definitely be in touch between now and then.
How far you think you're going to make it tonight? Think you can make it into Nevada?
Yeah, I'll at least make Nevada. Then it gets pretty boring from there. There's nothing but flat desert to look at out that way, so it gets pretty boring.
Well, you always have your DStar radio. Is there a particular reflector truckers jump on?
That I don't know. I know 30 Charlie is pretty busy, and I usually listen to 12 Alpha. That's not so busy most of the time, but there's some activity there. Usually at nighttime, I know when you guys are all in bed, I'll switch over to 30 Alpha or 30 Charlie and find somebody there.
Yeah, I think I actually heard you on 30 Charlie overnight one time. I wasn't able to sleep. I jumped on the radio. I was just sandbagging or lurking. And I thought I saw your name, your call letters come across the dashboard, but I don't know if I remember hearing you or not. But yeah, Reflector 12 is not too busy. I think I hear some guys in the morning. There's a couple guys that talk in the late morning and early afternoon. N6DXN. Have you talked to him?
I probably have. I've heard a couple of guys. Yeah, in the morning time there. One guy's in a work truck, and a couple of them there.
Yeah, excellent. Let them know you know me, and those guys are pretty good dudes. I think one guy goes between Corona and the Palm Desert area every day for work. That's a heck of a drive, man. I don't know, you know that drive. So, and he's in his work truck mobile, and that kind of keeps him. Radio kind of keeps him occupied on that long drive. That's a solid hour and a half drive.
Yeah, all of you guys out here are nice guys. Whether it's on here or sideband, you're all just a phenomenal bunch of guys out here.
Excellent. It's glad you pop in here, man. It's good to talk to you and watch your watch you trek across the country. I think I can key you up on the dashboard for Reflector 12A, and it will give you your kind of location now.
Yeah, that is the one I have set to default when I turn the radio on. So the hotspot. So.
Looks like you just got off of 101 and you're on the 156. Is that correct?
That is correct.
I guess you can call me the stalker now.
Yeah, on that part of it, yeah. That's pretty cool that you can do that, though. It's almost as good as APRS, I guess.
Do you remember how you got that? What GPS did you hook into your 9700? I remember you talking about it before, but I can't remember how you did it.
I bought the Garmin GPS, and I had to make my own little pigtail to connect from the GPS to the back of the IC-9700. It works pretty good. Then I had to change one setting in the settings for the NEMA sentences that the GPS sends.
It's pretty cool stuff. I know I mentioned, I was talking to somebody, I think on 30 Charlie, and I said, I told them about you, and I told them you run a 9700 for a mobile, and they're like, what? And I go, yeah, man, he's got the real deal.
Yeah, it says right now that I'm connected to 11 satellites.
That is more than enough to do the job, so that's pretty cool stuff. Does it give you your speed? I can't, you know what? It doesn't give me the speed when you're on.
It gives me my speed, my grid square, longitude, latitude, altitude, and I think that's it.
No, I just wondered if it gave me the speed. It gave me the all the stuff that you have, but it just gives me your location and all that stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't give the speed out there. I'm kind of glad it doesn't, because sometimes I get in trouble. But yeah, we'll just keep the speed a secret, I guess.
Yep, I totally understand there. Cool deal. What are you going to go up 5 from where you're at right now? Looks like you'll probably connect to Santanella.
Yeah, I'm going to stop there and top off my tanks, and then head on, I take the 5 all the way up to 80, and just shoot up over Donner and head over to Nevada.
Last year, I got a cat from a breeder up in the north of Sacramento in Lincoln, California. I don't know if you're familiar with it. And I actually stopped for gas, like right at that interchange. I think there was a truck stop there. I can't remember the name of it, though. There were some hills once you go up to 5 right there, if I recall, as well.
Yeah, there's a couple little hills there. Yeah, it's, if you stopped at the interchange of 5 and, what was it, 156 or whatever it is out here, there'd be the TA truck stop there, or the, yeah, I think it's a TA. There's a bunch of truck stops over on the 5 there.
Yeah, and like during the day, if you're driving up the 5 right there, if I recall, you look out to the right if you're driving north, and you can see you're kind of like up above like the city area and stuff. So you got a little bit of altitude, because I remember talking to somebody on 146.520 up by about where you're going to be, where you hit that truck stop, all the way down to Fresno, which is I think about 70 miles away, 60 miles away.
Yeah, there's a repeater I get over there in Fresno too. Yeah, actually, I get that repeater coming off of the Cajon Pass there, just above LA on 5. I get that repeater in Fresno, about 150 miles away, I think.
That's a heck of a trip for a repeater. And you got to know, like, do you know like all the different repeaters around the areas you go through, or do you just kind of stay in the hotspot type deal?
I know a lot of the repeaters out here. The Salinas Valley Repeater Group up here, a bunch of nice guys in this area here, all the way from San Jose down to Fresno, all through Salinas, Monterey, all over this area here, a bunch of nice guys too. But usually, I usually just stay on the DStar.
Yeah, it's probably the most consistent. And I remember a couple, like I guess about a month ago, you're like trying to go through different areas where the repeaters are at and trying to flip them over to 12 alpha to try to make contact, and you were only able to do it for like an hour or so because you're going through so, I wouldn't say you were driving fast, but you're going through the area of coverage so fast. So it's good that you have a hot spot, and that's kind of the reason why I got it too.
If I was driving just around the LA area, it wouldn't be so bad, and you could just stay connected to the one repeater, or the you know, even if you just wanted to stay on 12 alpha, it wouldn't be so bad. But like I drive across the country, like I said, I'm in and out of the repeater coverage so fast that it's hard to hold a QSO there. But yeah, the DStar or the hotspot is the way to go.
Yeah, the Papa system, the one that we're talking on right now on DStar, at least where the reflector we're talking on is linked to it. I have trouble. There's Santiago, which is off the 91 and 15 kind of sorta. It doesn't have coverage going up 57 north where you were by Placentia the other day. And I don't have coverage on the 91 between the 71 and the 57 all too good. And those are like my two major routes to my house, so it's kind of frustrating. So that's kind of why I bought the hotspot for that.
And that Corona repeater had quite a coverage there. I had that for quite a while.
Yep, that's the one I was actually talking about. It just has a lot of dropouts between the 71 and 57 on the 91, and that's where I actually when you were down here the other day, I think I was about 5 miles away from where you were, my work QTH.
Very good. Yeah. Yeah, it's still a little too far to drive that late at night. Or yeah, if you got to go there to go to work, you don't want to drive there and go back.
That's actually not true because I eat lunch at a place that was out. You were off Orange Thorpe and the 57. I actually eat at a Habit Burger right on the other side of the highway there. So I've driven up there before. It's not that far away. So maybe one of these days, if you're in town, we can hook up.
Yes.
This is Juliet Foxtrot 6 Bravo Golf Hotel. This is Japan, Florida 6 Bravo Golf Hotel. JF6BGH. This is terminal mode to San Diego. And now I'm standing by. Over.
Copy that. The station from Japan there, JF6BGH, I believe. I was writing it down really fast. This is Greg, K6EGG. I'm in Southern California, just outside of Los Angeles, and I'm talking to my buddy Ray, N3EPA. He's in Northern California. Are you still there? JF6BGH. This is Greg, K6EGG, over.
I thought I heard a Japanese station in there. All right, Ray, back to you.
N3EPA, K6EGG.
Yeah. I forgot to flip over on the used reflector again. I keep forgetting. It's been a long day, so.
Copy that. I heard a Japanese station in there, and I came back, and then he disappeared, so that bums me out. And also, I'm on YouTube tonight, as you well know there, Ray. Anybody listening on the reflector, this is Greg, K6EGG. If you type in my call letters into the search engine of YouTube, you should be able to hear this reflector and unfortunately see my picture.
KS4K listening.
KS4K, this is Greg, K6EGG. I got you in there, and I'm also on YouTube as well.
Okay, very good, Greg. Yeah, name here is Dennis, and yeah, I've got you on the YouTube, watching you here for a few minutes. And on that Japanese station, I was going to explain what was happening there. Looks like he was doing a call sign route through one of the repeaters that's linked up to the reflector. So in order to get back to him, you would have had to call sign routed back to him through one of the repeaters. You probably wouldn't be able to do it through your hotspot, so that's why he probably didn't hear you. So yeah, I've been able to do that before through some of the local repeaters in this area that are on the system there. And you have to actually call sign route to the repeater they're coming through, and but sometimes you could use their call sign to do it. But yeah, it's kind of hard to do if you don't have a repeater within range. But she should have had. I think if you're in Southern California, I didn't catch the call what he was coming through, but he was definitely doing some call sign routing. So that's why he didn't hear you.
Copy that. Thank you for the info. I really appreciate it. I was kind of bummed. I wanted to make the contact. I made a couple contacts today over in one contact in South Korea on reflector 30 Charlie. Actually, probably not too far away from you. And then, where the reflector is based out of, I should say. And then one in Hong Kong. So, by the way, and thank you for watching. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. I'm also talking, if you want to make contact with Ray, N3EPA. He's in Northern California. Just heading in. He's going to be heading into Nevada here shortly. I'll toss it over to him if he wants to make the contact.
Okay, very good. Just stand by for Ray there. N3EPA, go ahead and pick it up. KS4K here in Southeast Georgia.
KS4K N3EPA mobile. Yeah, it's nice to be able to talk across the country this easy. So, N3EPA mobile.
Okay, very good. Sounding really good through your hotspot and your mobile there. Got a good signal. Not any packet loss or anything like that so far. So yeah, I'm just running an old hotspot here. Don't have any repeaters anywhere near me. So it's just an old Raspberry Pi with a DV Mega board mounted on top of it, and also it's basically a dual band setup. I do have a 2-meter DVAP hooked up to it as well, so I can actually link up 2 reflectors on it at the same time, one on 70 centimeters and one on 2 meters. So that's what I'm running through here, and just running an old HT that I picked up about a week ago at Hamfest down in Melbourne, Florida, and got actually the story was I already had an HT just like this one, but I was wanting to get this microphone that I've got plugged into it, since it's got a GPS receiver on it, and in order for me to get it, I had to buy the radio, so it was one of those package deals, so that's what I'm talking on now.
Very good. Doing a good job for you. Doing a good job. I'm using the jumbo spot there for the hotspot, and I'm using a 9700 in the truck as the mobile. Good job, having a lot of fun with it. The more I learn about it, the more I like it. So it's been doing pretty good. It's been a lot of fun. Back to you.
All right, very good, Ray. Well, I'll go ahead and pass it back over to Greg. Don't want to tie it up too long. It's pretty late over here. As you probably are aware, it's about a quarter after 1 here in the morning, so probably going to need to be cutting loose here in a few. So, but I'll let y'all go ahead and get back at it. I just want to jump in and give you the info on the Japanese station there, how they're set up. But yeah, some of them hook up directly to the reflector, then you'll be able to QSO with them no problem. But when they do that call sign routing, it can be a little difficult. So back over to you, Greg. K6EGG, KS4K.
Yeah, Dennis, I appreciate the info. That makes a lot of sense. And I think my hotspot would do the call sign routing, but I have to open up something on my router, if I believe I was reading. And somebody was talking about it earlier, Frank, that was watching YouTube. Just to let you know, you're talking on reflector 12A, which you do know. This reflector is hooked up to about 10 repeaters in Southern and Central California here out west. So I would suggest maybe jumping on here like maybe mid-afternoon or mid-morning, early afternoon your time. A bunch of guys are out here listening. They would love to make contact with somebody outside the area. Not too many people use this repeater system all too much, but I'm sure they would probably love to hear a new voice out there. So thanks again, Dennis, for popping in there and also watching and subscribing to my YouTube channel. Have a good evening. This is Greg, K6EGG from Southern California, 40 miles east of downtown Los Angeles.
Okay, Greg, very good. And Ray, y'all take care. And I'm going to go ahead and make this one my last. And it's good talking with both of you. And yeah, I'll go ahead and do that on the YouTube channel. That's pretty neat the way you got it set up there. So anyway, y'all take care and have a good evening. That's the KS4K out here in Southeast Georgia, 7-3.
KS4K, N3 EPA, mobile, 73. Good talking to you.
It's great making contacts around the country like this, isn't it, Ray?
Yeah, it's a lot easier than HF. I talked to a friend of mine back in PA. Almost every day we make a contact on 20 meters. And, yeah, it gets a little rough at times when the band's not open just right. Or I only have a small antenna and, 100 watts. But we get it done pretty much every day there. But, yeah, this is definitely a lot easier, a lot better audio.
Yeah, I don't know if you're watching last night, but we're chatting. This is kind of like the new HF for the people coming in now, the younger crowd. I like HF, but I'm kind of limited on where I live and having an antenna and stuff. I can put up an antenna. I just don't have a lot of space. And this opens up the door for making contacts for people that live in the HOA situation. You can make a contact anywhere in the world with this thing if somebody's listening. So I know I probably would have made the contacts I made for sure with the setup I have. So it's actually really cool stuff. So anyways, I think I'm going to call it a night. Even though I did sleep all afternoon, I had a little trouble sleeping the last couple nights. So anyways, Ray, it's great to hear you. I'll be looking for you if you're hanging out on this one. So safe drive over Donner Pass tonight. Have a good evening. This is Greg, K6EGG, also on YouTube if you type in my call letters to the YouTube search engine. Have a good evening, sir.
You have a good evening too. 7-3s. Yeah, I look forward to doing it again. K6EGG N3 EPA mobile's clear. And listening.
All right, for those of you watching on YouTube tonight, thank you for watching. We were just on reflector on reflector 12 alpha Here is a linked repeater system of about, right now, I think there's only 2, 4, 6, 8 repeaters hooked up to them. But there's probably about 30 people listening on their hotspot. I don't know if they're listening right now, but they're definitely hooked up to the reflector. So it looks like AJ60 is in there too. He's listening. He might be listening on YouTube still. Let's see if he pops in and says hi. So anyways, that's the Papa system reflector we hooked up to. They have repeaters all over Southern California and parts of Central California and the high desert and low desert of California here in Southern California. So good repeater system. I talk on it when I'm using mobile, although I used my hotspot to connect to the reflector tonight, just so I didn't tie up the repeater, even though I was talking through the repeater. But all thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. I'll probably be on tomorrow night. Might be more of the 2-meter sideband action. There's a Bozo net I check in at 7 p.m. Pacific time, so that's 10 Eastern. I'll probably be listening to that for a little while. Ray, he is listening. Yep, he's a sandbagger. You're a lurker. So I might come on tomorrow afternoon, depending on how I feel. We'll see. I've been taking some weird medications, kind of effing me up. So anyways, you guys take care. This is Greg, K6EGG. Thanks again for subscribing. If you haven't already, please do. And watching this evening, I'm going to call it a night. Take care, everybody.